This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
Well, it's the day across the state of North Dakota that so much rides on. So many people wait for it. So many people look forward to it. Why is that? Well, it's a Saturday that kicks off the North Dakota high school football playoffs here in 2023. Welcome into our pregame show, brought to you today by our friends at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. 5 locations throughout western North Dakota, including Monett and Bismarck. Today it's the Velva-Aggies at home, trying to make their way back to the Dakota Bowl for the second straight year, looking for another state championship as they host Bowman County. 6-3 are the Bulldogs. The Aggies come in at 9-0. Should be a fun one today here on the PSP Network. I'm Nick Hulberg, joined today by a good friend of mine, Mr. Bryce Gutknecht, also the girls varsity softball coach out here in Velva. First things first, great to see you, my friend. It's playoff football time. You can't ask for much more in North Dakota, especially when Mother Nature plays along like she has here today.
What a gorgeous day out here, Nick. Sun is shining. Don't know how many more of these days we're going to have left here, sir, so we're going to enjoy this one.
Yeah, let's eat it up while we can. It certainly has been a great season for both of these teams coming into the showdown here today. Velva at 9-0, Bowman County at 6-3. What do you expect out of this matchup here today? On paper, Velva, Drake Animus Garrison is the heavily favored team. They're ranked number 1 in the state for a reason, but Bowman County's no slouch by any means.
These teams have been pretty familiar with each other on when it comes to the playoffs these last few years. Matching up 2018, 2020, and 2022. Bowman winning that matchup in 2018, and then Velva getting their revenge in 2020 and also victorious in 2022, Nick.
Should be a fun one here today on the PSP Network as we get geared up and ready for these two teams to go into action on the PSP Network. We'll come back, we'll break this down, we'll look at the graphic, we'll also take a live look inside the booth. Looks like you got some goodies for us here today. We'll tease you with that. We'll come back and get set and ready for more of this pregame show brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change here today.
News. If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Single A football playoffs start today here on the PSP Network. Welcome back into our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline with 5 locations throughout western North Dakota and Minot and in Bismarck. They bring you the pregame show here today as the defending state champion Aggies take on the Bowman County Bulldogs. Welcome back into the broadcast here today on a beautiful day in North Dakota, live at Velva's Football Complex. Man, this place is really something special, isn't it? It kind of has a pedigree to it, not to be the biggest homer of all time on this broadcast here today as we welcome you into our broadcast booth. Again, Nick Hulberg alongside of Bryce Gutknecht here today for this call. Not to be the biggest homer ever being so close to Velva, but at the same time, there really is something special about Velva-Aggie football, and they kind of just carry that pedigree with them throughout everything from the way that the field is prepped to the way the bathrooms are cleaned. It just really is something special here, playoff football in Velva.
I tell you what, they had the tailgate set up over there. People are eating. People are excited. A lot of blue and gold. Entrance to the stadium there through the park. You had it all decked out. They had the chalk going on the cement there. They're fired up. They're ready to go.
I didn't know what to do on the chalk driving in. I didn't know if I was supposed to drive around that or I was trying to zigzag my way in once I came over the bridge coming into the park here today. Seemed that I did what I needed to do because no one did anything but wave and smile at me coming in. But with that being said here today, the extra elements of the playoffs, you've played in big games in your career, playing at Minot High School back in the early 2000s. Those extra elements, how much of that do you try to just disengage from on the distraction level in a playoff matchup like this?
Yeah, the quote a lot of people like to use is, hey, it's a new season. We're 0-0. You're just trying to get yourself in a situation, be ready for this matchup.
Let's take a look at how that new season will shape up here, Bryce, as we look at where we stand as far as the playoff seeding is concerned in our great state for single A football. Here's the bracket coming in to the showdown here today. Big thanks again to the Aggie Foundation. They helped bring you the broadcast here today with a list of others. We'll go through them in just a moment for their great contributions to our mission and process of getting these games on the air in the postseason. Let's look at it here. It's Velva, the number one team of the state. Well, they've got Bowman County at the top of the bracket. Shiloh and Bishop Ryan could be a big one today down in Bismarck. That game's on the Beck Sports Network, by the way, if you're looking to watch that one. Number 4, Trinity hosts the Stanley Blue Jays today. DLB will play Killdeer. That's the west side of the state. Over on the east side of the state, number 2, Kindred takes on Harvey. Wells County. Carrington will play Oaks. Number 3, Langdon area. Edmore Munich will play Lisbon, and Central Cass will play Cavalier. The way it shapes up with the east and the west all making their way, climbing the ladder all the way through this bracket into the Dakota Bowl here this year, is there any games that really take your attention and hop off the paper as one that's a marquee matchup that isn't one of a major upset on paper early on here in this playoff?
A lot of, on that right side of the bracket, just seen a lot of heavy hitters over there, Nick. A lot of talent with Central Cass. Their matchup with Cavalier could be a very interesting game there. The physicality of Lisbon, like to see how maybe Langdon will handle that. A lot of firepower with Langdon. If you're Velva, you're sitting up there in that top corner, you've got home field. They know as long as they're alive in this bracket, you got to come here, play us, and beat us here. That's a big deal come this time of year, Nick.
Well, it's the Aggies that look to do that today against Bowman County. Here on our pregame show, brought to you by our friends at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We're going to dive into these players to watch for here tonight, but first we want to take a quick moment to thank some of the local sponsors that stepped up in a big way here to help us pay the bill at the NDHSAA level. High School Activities Association and the agreement that they have with postseason events. These games require some extra funding to make sure that the broadcast gets to the air. We want to thank our friends at OxyFresh Carpet Cleaning and Fresh Sweeps, Chimney and Air Duct Cleaning, mine at Bismarck and Fargo, Flyway Landscapes, People's State Bank, Craig Monuments, of course the Aggie Foundation, Ziegler Oil, Finish Line Burgers and Brew, Melissa Selzer, Aflac, Velva Drug, Peterson Crop Insurance. I see you got some goodies from us from Prepped as well here today. What is that about? Is that where that comes from today?
Yeah, Prepped on Main Street. Kayla Long wanted to make sure we had some extra energy in us today, so she prepped us a couple protein ball bowls for us to try.
Look at me like a little kid.
Just
right.
Okay.
I haven't had
We're going
breakfast
to try
yet.
them together here.
Okay, this is looking delicious. Is it meat? What is this?
It's chocolate chips, peanut butter, some oats. Yeah, everything to get us ready for the broadcast.
It's cheers.
Cheers.
It's like Saturday game day. Oh my goodness, peanut butter flavor.
Absolutely delicious.
1 to 10, what do you give that?
11.
That's
going
an 11.
off the scale.
I think that is off the scale.
I'm going off the scale today now.
Time for a commercial break here on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Looks like about 12 more of those that we get to eat here today. When we come back, we're going to dive into this matchup, look at some of the players to watch for in the showdown. Some of the state's best are on the football field here today. I got a multiple still. Boy, this is tasty stuff.
Very good.
When we come back, we'll look at those numbers. It's Velva, Bowman County today here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
When you count the state championships of the Velva-Aggies, 2 hands. Just almost enough to count the number of titles that the Aggies have. They're the favorite team again here in 2023. They won it back in 2022 in an epic matchup at the Dakota Bowl against Central Cass in a showdown. Last year we had digital audio coverage of that matchup on the PSP network, and let me tell you, it was fun to be a part of it. I had the call of that one. It's fun to be a part of these playoff matchups as well. It's round number 1 of the single A playoffs here today. I'm Nick Hulberg, joined by Bryce Gutknecht on the call. PSP Network, proud to bring you playoff action inside of our great state of North Dakota. Plenty more of it coming your way in the next 3 weeks as we go all the way to the Dakota Bowl with coverage. And by the way, the Aggies are playing. We're going to be there with them. PSP Network is home of Velva-Aggie football playoff coverage. Our good friends from K-Hart are here as well if you prefer that radio call. However, we'll have video coverage where we're able to obtain the rights. We'll have digital radio if we can't. Velva-Aggies will play here. Again, we looked at that bracket here today on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline with trained technicians. It's quick, it's easy. You stay in your vehicle. It's a 15-minute drive-through oil change. Nothing beats it. Valvoline Instant Oil Change brings you the pregame here today. Well, Bryce, on paper, Bowman County's going to have their hands full today against a Velva football team that is extremely talented, extremely gifted as far as what they're able to bring to the table is on athleticism, but they also have the football brain that makes them so tough to compete with. These guys on the season and the numbers that you're going to see here in just a moment, kind of flabbergasting in some senses of the word, Bryce, as you see the numbers of this showdown here today. Velva ranked number 1, Bowman County not ranked. Velva scored almost 200 more points on the season than the Bulldogs. 442 points for. They've only given up 95 points on the year. That defense is unbelievable to me. The key stat for me in this showdown brought to you by ServPro here today, and the numbers of this matchup. Velva's gone for over 4,000 yards of total offense on the season. On the other side, the Bulldogs, well, they've got 10 sacks. Defensively, they're going to have to be big today. That's going to be a key in my mind. Top touchdown getter, well, quarterback Duffield's got 5 for Bowman County. On the other side, Ben Shep's got 34. That's not a typo. That is a lot of touchdowns on the year. Any numbers here that really stand off the paper for you in this showdown? Doesn't really paint the full picture, but you get a pretty good idea, nevertheless, of what we're going to see here today.
I'll be honest, kind of startling to all look at, and to choose just one thing, Nick, it's very tough to do. 4,000 plus total yards. The big thing that has really stood out to me, Matt Weidler spreading it around, getting the ball to all of the offensive weapons that he has at his disposal. It's been very sharp.
Let's take a look at one of those offensive weapons coming into the ball game here tonight. When you talk about players and highlighting some kids in this matchup here today, starting with the Bowman County Bulldogs. There's a few of them that obviously jump off the paper. Their quarterback, again, coming into this showdown, Bowden Duffield, with 74 rushes on the year for 385 yards. He's been in the end zone 5 times. He's found a way to connect with Bishop Duffield for 12 receptions, for 308 yards and 2 touchdowns. Fossum is a guy that is going to get some catches here today, or some looks at least from the wide receiver position. He's got 3 touchdowns on the year and 136 yards, but nobody comes close to some of the players for the Velva-Aggies, including our player to watch here today on the PSP Network as we highlight the junior Hank Bodine, 2-way player here for Velva. Drake Adamus Garrison, 22 touchdowns on the season for him, coming in that running back spot. He's also caught the ball 84 times, 743 yards for him through the air alone. His ground game has just been so impressive. What is it about him that makes him a next-level player and an X factor in this ball game?
A word I use to describe Hank often is disruptive. He loves contact. He seeks it out. Another big thing that has stood out in these games, his patience. He will bounce it. He's very patient in the hole, sees it, then attacks. It's been very impressive to watch him this season.
He's one of those guys that certainly has our attention before the showdown here tonight. There's a few more that are going to do the same thing. Without question, you almost need to talk about the Velva quarterback, don't you? And that is Ben Shep. Boy, has he been sensational on the year. Some of the best quarterback numbers that I've seen in the state of North Dakota at any level this year. The All-State junior quarterback. He's 6'1", 195 pounds. He's got that going for him. That's a plus in the category to begin with. His 34 touchdowns lead the way for the Aggies. He's got 134 for 165 on the season. That completion rate is the best I've seen in North Dakota football in the games that we've covered this year at any level. And he's gone for over 2,250 yards through the air. Those are Xbox numbers for this young man, only a junior in the All-Stater.
Like I said when we had coverage of the Ryan game there, Nick, those are fantasy football numbers you would love on your team. The sacks are down this year. We've seen him pick apart the zone, really utilize the middle of the field with all the weapons he has. And then he's just been dropping some dimes in some one-on-one coverage. Like you said, that completion percentage is, outstanding.
You have to have some targets to throw to. One of them, Trey Eigelhart. He's a junior wide receiver, 6'1", 180 pounds, 11 TDs for him. He's been targeted on the year on the positive side for 43 catches, 701 yards through the air. I mean, not only do you have a quarterback, you've got running backs in that backfield that are all-state caliber, and then you've got guys like Trey Eigelhart that are out there able to catch the football. Velva really, in my mind here today, and no knock on anybody in this entire playoff, it's going to take Bowman County having their best game possible today to disrupt a Velva trip back to the Dakota Bowl. And I think that can be said for any team in this playoff with what Velva brings to the table here in 2023.
Yeah, it's kind of a pick your poison there, Nick. If you want to load up the box and maybe try and slow down Bodine up there, I'd like to think maybe Shep will kind of pick you apart there, whether you're playing that zone coverage or the man-to-man. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of scheme Bowman comes out with here to try and pull off this upset.
Well, we've got a special coin flip at midfield happening right now. That coin flip or a conversation at least with the officials out at midfield. It's got a bug in my ear that it was for the coin flip here today. We'll see if we can get some more on that in just a moment. When we come back, Bryce has got some more numbers in this showdown. We'll have our keys to the game. We'll also meet our starting lineups. Then we're going to kick it off here in Aggie Country. Number 1 team of the state, the Velva-Aggies, take on Bowman County today. A team at 6-3. Get ready for what could be a dogfight. We've got it live for you here on the PSP Network. It's high school single-A football playoffs. And round 1 here from Velva, North Dakota.
No place like the country club. 18 holes of immaculate golf, along with golf simulator, PGA staff, club fitting and lesson, driving range and practice green, pro shop, delicious food, endless fun in the pool, and activities for the whole family. Learn more and become a member today.
The trick to throwing well is knowing where you want the ball to go. Like how the local bankers at First Western Bank and Trust take the time to learn about you and recommend the banking services like online banking or personal loans that keep your goals on target.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Jersey Mike's slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. What a rendition of our nation's national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner, here by Haley Cree. Job well done to set the tone for this single-A playoff matchup here on the PSP Network. It's the Aggies at 9-0. It's Bowman County, the Bulldogs at 6-3. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show here today. Valvoline, trained technicians in a 15-minute drive-through oil change. You can't beat it. You just stay right in your car, right on your lunch break or whenever you have the time. Only takes 15 minutes. It certainly is quick and easy. Valvoline brings you today's pregame show. By the way, that was Cordell Volson on the field for the coin toss today. The Cincinnati Bengal is in town, making his way back to his roots here for playoff football. Kind of great having an NFL guy in attendance today, isn't it?
Great way to spend a bye week. Come to Larry Sandy Field here, catch a Velva Drake Animus Garrison playoff game.
Gotta love it. It should be a fun one here today on the PSP Network. It's just about showtime here in Aggie Country. Bryce, for you, do you have some keys to the game in your mind here today for Bowman County and for Velva? Brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. In your mind, what would it be today to come out of here with a victory for each of these teams?
I'm going to start with Bowman County, Nick. You travel 261 miles. You're traveling over 4+ hours. The first thing you got to do is believe you can do it. You better believe you can stay in the game, compete, and try and pull this off. Secondly, don't get in a shootout. They want a low-scoring game. They want the teens, possibly the low 20s. You get into 30 and 40 with Velva, you're in trouble. Third, own the turnover battle. You got to create, dial up some pressure, force Velva into some mistakes. You're going to have to create multiple turnovers in this ballgame to pull off the upset. On the Velva side, last couple weeks, I would say teams have started very fast against Velva. Ryan scored right away in their matchup, as did Ray Powers Lake. Clean up some early defensive miscues, I would say. Clean up some penalties. We kind of saw a lot of laundry on the field last time we broadcasted them. Continue the balance of attack. Like I said in the pregame, Matt Weidler has called it's just been masterful. The playbook and the arsenal he has for all his weapons. And lastly, playoff time, feed off that home field advantage. Use it. Just knowing that these teams, if they're going to knock you off, they're coming to Larry Sandy Field, and they're going to have to do that. Not an easy task, Nick.
Make them earn it here today. It should be a fun one. Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online, northern-plains.com. One more thank you again as we close on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show today to Ziegler Oil Finish Line Burgers and Brew. We want to thank Prepped, Melissa Selzler at Aflac Velva Drug, Peterson Crop Insurance. Want to thank our friends at OxyFresh, Flyway Landscapes, People's State Bank, and Craig Monuments. We also want to thank our good friends at the Aggie Foundation. They put up some big bucks here today to help us with the cause of high school football games being broadcasted in the postseason on the PSP Network. Big thank you to the Aggie Foundation, Flyway Landscape, People's State Bank, Craig Monuments, OxyFresh, Ziegler Oil, Finish Line Burgers and Brew, Prep, Aflax, Melissa Selzler, Velva Drug, and Peterson Crop Insurance. Well, what do you say, my friend? It's showtime from Aggie Country at Larry Sandy Field. Velva will kick the football off to Bowman County in white, and we are officially underway for the playoffs. As off the opening kick, the Aggie defense is going to come off stout and make a stop on the key returner, Roman Fossum. He has 2 touchdowns back to the house off the kickoffs on the season here for Bowman County. He gets upended there, and the ball will be placed at roughly the 25-yard line to start here for Bowman County in their white uniforms today. This place is livid right now with excitement, isn't it?
They were rocking these stands. We were kind of shaking in here.
Gotta love it. Beautiful day for football. Here's the quarterback on the keeper up the middle. He's gonna find a seam and gain some yards. That's Bowden Duffield. 75th rush of the year, and Duffield gains just about 6, call it 7 on the play, and it's a second down and 2 coming here for Bowman County.
Good start on that one. Spread it out, had 4 wide there. Nothing fancy. Quarterback just went right up the gut.
I see your smile on your face because that math didn't add up. A gain of 7 would be a second down and 3, Bryce. It's close either way. Uh-oh, there's pressure coming here. Passing it out to the near side. Incomplete as it was tossed out to Fossum. Hot pursuit there from the Aggies, and man, Luke Selzler came in looking for a QB sack.
Luke Selzler has really stood out these last couple weeks. Lot of attention on number 20, Hank Bodine, and rightfully so. We know what he's capable of. Luke Selzler has played very well these last few weeks.
Third down and 2 here for Bowman County. Ball at midfield, still on the Bowman County side of the football surface as it's going to be snapped at a high snap back, trying to get away from pressure, busting free to the outside. Here goes Duffield. Duffield's going to pick up a first down and more as he's out to nearly the 44-yard line. Biggest play of the game so far for the quarterback here for Bowman County, and the senior doing his part to move the chains.
Great patience, no panic there. Kind of let the wide receivers develop their blocks there on the outside, strung it for a nice gain. They're moving the chains.
I got to tell you that those protein balls that we had from prep to the pregame today, I don't know if those could have been any better, by the way. That was fascinating, Bryce. Thanks for...
I'm thinking about sneaking one during a timeout here.
Yeah, I think you've got the green light from me. Quick hitter to the near side. That pass is going to be caught, but look out. Here come the Velva Dogs. And making the play for Velva was big number 71, Jaden Foss, coming in And making the stop as that pass was tossed out into the hands of Riggs Rottenberger.
Kind of a slow developing screen play there. Volson setting the edge, blowing that play up.
This is a second down at 14 here for Bowman County. The run up the middle, look out, in hot pursuit. Velva's defense shuts down Bishop Duffield. He's got a pair of TDs on the year. He didn't have much room to go anywhere there. There was a lot of blue jerseys coming right at him.
It's going to set up 3rd and long here. Not an ideal down for anyone here, but especially Bowman here, a team that likes to play physical, run the football. Let's see what they dial up here.
3 in the backfield, 1 on the right side, working here from the 38-yard line, faking the handoff, falling back to pass. Duffield's got pressure again. Duffield looking for an escape. He's just going to scamper out of bounds as Hank Bodine puts some hands on him over on the far sideline. And Velva's defense is going to force a 4th down after the Bowman County offense picked up a 1st down. Now they've gone backwards in yardage here. It's a 4th down and call it 16, 17 here for Bowman County.
Jaden Foss dialing up some pressure there. Pretty impressive first drive by him, making a couple plays for the Aggie defense.
Forced to punt here for Bowman County. Back to receive is Eigelhart for the Velva Drake Adamus Garrison Aggies. That's a mouthful, by the way. This ball's going to bounce here at the 40-yard line. Takes a Bowman County roll all the way down inside the 30, nearly to the 25. And Velva's offense comes out for the first time in this ball game. Nice punt coming there from Bowman County. They give the credit. I do apologize. I don't have a 67 on my roster. I believe that's who got the foot on it to boot it away here. Well, nevertheless, we get our first look here at Ben Shep, the quarterback here for the Velva Aggies. One of the top quarterbacks inside of North Dakota football at any level. Those numbers have been sensational on the year for Ben Shep. He lines up here in the shotgun. He'll just hand it off, and Hank Bodine dancing, climbing, and Hank Bodine goes up over the 30-yard line, down at about the 37. And Velva's going to have a good gain on the first touch of the football game on the offensive side.
Hank Bodine, that's got about a gain of 5 or 6 there. Let's see if we go get a heavy dose of Hank this first drive early and often.
Well, Shep's going to line him up here with trips on the left, dual receivers on the right from the right hash. Motion man Eigelhart, he's going to take it here. Oh, Bowman County read that one like a book. Excellent play, and the stop is made. Give the credit on the defensive side. The big number 56, Riley Pond, coming in and making the play here for the Bulldogs.
As soon as I say that, they go to the 5 wide set and motion Eigelhart over. That is actually a pass, a touch pass. We've seen that Patrick Mahomes, the NFL there, so you do get credit on the passing yards there, but great play by the Bowman defense there.
Brings up a 3rd down. 7 to go here for the Aggies as they work from the middle of the football field right at the 30-yard line. 3 receivers again to the left, 2 on the right. Wind not a factor today here in Velva. Deep pass, taking a shot downfield. Eigelhart in the hands. Oh, what a grab that was. First down for the Aggies as Eigelhart reaches out for a tremendous play.
We talked about it in the pregame, Nick. You get these coverages. A little delayed blitz there by Bowman County.
Excellent grab there as it's going to be taken by Trey Eigelhart. He had to dive out in front of that one to make it a clean pass, and it is. It's a 1st down and 10. There's your play of the game so far here in the ball game as the Aggies down to 8:07 to play here in this first quarter. Handoff to Bodine. He runs to the right side where he's going to be met by big number 67 making the stop. We do apologize. We don't have him on a roster anywhere up here in the booth. Bowman County starting defense. Meshke with Rasmussen, Lamborn, and Walbaum. 6'2", 175, 6 foot 170, 5'10", 280, 6'2", 175. They've got some size as well. Ben Shep on the keeper on the 2nd down. He goes just to the right of Broadway before he's hauled up on the play as the defensive line makes the stop. Blake Walbaum in on the tackle there.
These 3rd downs are going to be crucial all day. defense, trying to get off the field here. You got to believe even if Velva doesn't get it here, if it's manageable, they're in 4-down territory.
Matt Weidler replacing Larry Sandy after a 33-year career that involved 10 state championships, 10 for 10 in the Dakota Bowl. Fun conversation with Larry Sandy earlier on today. Here goes Ben Shep. He's got enough for a first down.
Great patience there by Ben, letting it develop there. We're moving the chains.
Aggies with a first down and 10 as they place that ball inside the Serve Pro red zone. Ball spotted at nearly the 12-yard line. Serve Pro with 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians. Got advanced technology as well at Serve Pro. Shep, plenty of time in the pocket. Now he'll run, scampering forward. Shep's going to pick up yardage on that play. The one thing about him that I've been so impressed with in his young high school football career as only a junior in an all-state selection is that the patience and confidence that he has in that offensive line around him, Bryce, just make him such a threat.
All day to throw there, and you see he doesn't panic, doesn't make a bad decision there, turns it into a nice gain of about 7.
Aggies go to work here. From the left hash, inside the 10-yard line. Shep's going to take a look. Now he's going to move over to his left still with time. He's got pursuit. Fired to the back of the end zone. Intended for Engelhart. Incomplete. And the coverage was there as big number 16, Kirkland Meshke, came in and made the stop.
Coverage secondary, this first drive for Bowman County has been pretty good for the most part.
Under center goes Ben Shep, handing off Bodine, cracking through. Does he get in? Touchdown. Hank Bodine picks up another touchdown as he's going to run that ball in from inside the 10-yard line. 23rd TD of the season for Hank Bodine. .550 to play here in the first quarter of football. Velva's going to go for 2. You're not going to see many point after attempts coming here from the number 1 ranked team in the state. Here goes Ben Shep crashing in. Does he get enough? He does. Ben Shep's in for the point after conversion. And the Aggies have themselves an 8-0 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. First drive of the ball game had a gigantic play from Trey Engelhart. Then Hank Bodine takes it to the end zone. Ben Shep adds the 2 points after we've got ourselves an 8-0 score in favor of the Aggies.
Great news. If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Velva on top of the showdown, 8-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Want to thank our friends today at Planet Pizza. They bring you the ball game on the PSP network. Planet Pizza, proudly serving the Magic City for 25 years. Planet Pizza, the delicious lunch buffet Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. Try that Blue Buffalo Pizza at Planet Pizza. Look at this play coming here for Bowman County, all the way up over the 50-yard line on the run back. There's some big-time yardage and quite the response here for the Bulldogs as they scamper on across. Excellent play for Bishop Duffield.
Great answer there. Great return. Sets them up almost at midfield here.
Ball's going to be marked at the 48-yard line. Bowman County in their white uniforms here today. Velva's in their blue. 8-0 Aggies. They scored on the first drive of the ball game. 1 first down for Bowman County. Then they went 3 and out. Handoff again as it's Bishop Duffield that gets back up to nearly the line of scrimmage before he's wrangled up on the play. You look at the schedules for both of these teams coming in here into the matchup tonight. Inside of region number 4 for Bowman County, they finished 4th. They've got Trinity, Shiloh, and Killdeer. Those are 3 powerful schools and programs. Those are their 3 losses on the season. Velva swept region number 3. They've been undefeated on the year. High snap, Duffield's got it. He's going to roll out to the right. He had traffic on top of him. Goes to Bishop Duffield. Little stutter step, slipped up a bit, got a first down and some more as he's up to the 35-yard line. And you see the athleticism there of Duffield making a play.
Duffield square there. Duffield to Duffield. Chains are moving, setting them up. First down about the 36-yard line.
1st and 10. A response here early in the ball game is huge for Bowman County. They set up with 2 wide receivers on the left. 1 in the backfield, 2 on the right. Duffield's going to hand it off here. The run to the near side. Scampering Rottenberger. He's all the way up to the 30-yard line. Gains just about 5 on the play and an excellent run as he caught the edge and avoided being tattooed here on the near sideline.
Seen a good mixture out of Bowman County here early. Some 4 wide receiver sets. They threw a wishbone look at you, really mixing it up here. Wide receivers have been throwing some blocks on some of these outside runs here, Nick.
Love the email I just got from Gary Cambitz. Thank you, Gary, for the pick-me-up on a Saturday afternoon. Yes, I know Larry Sandy's not the coach. Geez, oh, Pete. I live 10 miles down the road, my friend. The run comes back all the way up to the 15. Ball goes onto the ground, into the hands of that out of Duffield, but a first down, and Bowman County's on the move.
Didn't see anything there. Duffield takes off, using his athleticism. If you're the coach, you maybe just want to see a slide there, but regardless, another first down for Bowman County. They're in business in the red zone here.
Bowman County looking sharp early on here against the Velva-D-A-G as they go to work here. Ball's going to be handed off. It's Rottenberger again that dances to the outside. Inside the 10-yard line, a Serve Pro red zone visit here for Bowman County, and Rottenberger showing why he's got some numbers on the year. 250 yards of rushing on 45 carries and 5 TDs, trying to get into the end zone to bring this game back within 2 here for the Bulldogs.
List Rottenberger at 160 pounds. He looks a little bigger than that to me, but good run there by Rottenberger.
Hand off again into the end zone for a touchdown. Dancing in, Bowden Duffield. We've got ourselves a shootout here in Velva in the first quarter. 3:39 to play in the opening quarter. And it's Duffield that's going to make his way in on the quarterback keeper. Went to the left, cut to the right. Avoided the tackle and got in for 6 points on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Meshke on the point after. They're going to fake it. Meshke's got it. He rolls out to his right side. Meshke hammered at about the 4-yard line and no good. Well, the play there that was developed, one that had Velva fooled for a moment. Not enough, however, as the Aggies hold on to their 8-6 lead, but Bowman County is for real in round number 1. We've got ourselves a 2-point ball game here on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
Bishop Ryan, Shiloh. The winner of that one will play Bowman County, Velva, Drank-Adamus, Garrison in the quarterfinals of Single A football. Got an 8-6 game here as Bowman County strikes right back after Velva's first score of the ball game. Nice response here from the Bulldogs.
Great response. Like I had said, they were setting the edge. The wide receivers really stuck out to me on that drive. On top of the offensive line, set great blocking out there, springing them free for some nice gains.
There's the first flag of the ball game on the play after Eigelhart had the carry off the kickoff return. We'll wait for the official call coming here on where this penalty will lie. It's going to be on Bowman County. Will result in 5 extra yards for Velva as their second offensive series comes out onto the field. Minot State University brings you the ball game today, by the way. Bryce, did you know that more than 96% of recent Minot State grads are employed or continuing their education? Fantastic numbers at Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. Pitch to Hank Bodine over to the right side. He gets up to the 30-yard line. That's before he's wrangled up and brought down here by Kirkland Meshke. Brings up a second down. There's a gain of nearly 5 on the play here for Hank Bodine. UPS Store also brings you the ball game here today. UPS Store located on South Broadway in Minot. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7. Saturdays, 8:30 to 3. It's the UPS Store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. Here's a hitter over to Bodine. He's going to be wrangled up. A loss on the play is coming up with a stop was Roman Fossum.
Bowman County ain't not scared here today, Nick. They've come to play. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Little motion set there. Get Bodine out to the edge there, and that was blown up by their corner over there. Great play.
Aggies set up with a third down at 7. Shep's going to hand off again. This is Bodine, finds the seam. He's got a first down as he climbs all the way up to the 40-yard line. Found his way through the gap. And Hank Bodine continuing to impress here in this ball game as he moves the chains here for Velva.
Second drive in a row. Bowman County's had him. 3rd and long. A chance to flip the field position. Both unsuccessful. Something to watch out early.
Shep goes under center here. 2 wide receivers on the left side. Shep's going to fake the handoff. Falls back to pass. Takes a shot. Across the middle. That one incomplete. Eigelhart was the intended target. But the coverage in the secondary was there again. And Roman Fossum certainly having himself a ball game.
Coverage has been very good early there. Throwing into double coverage there. Great beat on the ball there by the secondary of Bowman County. Besides that one play, Eigelhart, where he laid out and Shep threw him a dime, the coverage is on Bowman County's holding up very well early.
Might have been a hand on that play at the tail end of that pass. Nevertheless, Fossum, excellent job by him. Here is Shep's going to dive forward near the first down marker. Where will they spot the ball as the Aggies are going to climb back up to midfield? Prestwich Orthodontics brings you our PSP regular season and tournament coverage on the PSP network. Prestwich Orthodontics specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer 0% financing and free consultations, whether in the office or online on the virtual landscape. Enjoy professional treatment and a fun, relaxed atmosphere. Check them out at minotbraces.com. Aggies working here as they hand off to Bodine, looking for a first down. This is going to be close. Where do they spot it? Credit Bowman County's defense again. That big defensive front making what seems to be a stop here.
We've got maybe inches here. They have them marked short. Got a bunch set there. Straight handoff to Bodine there. Just comes up short. Let's see what, if I know Matt Weidler here, I believe we're going to roll the dice and go for this.
Well, the play call is going to come in. Do you see a hard count possibly coming here? Is that Weidler's style?
That might be something we might use. Maybe run that play clock down a little bit. You can always use a timeout.
Oh, and on the other side of it, Velva's going to have a jump on the line. Kyle Volson, the tight end. It's going to cost the Aggies 5 yards here. Now they're going to go back to special teams, it seems, as we get a line change here for the Aggies.
big penalty there on Velva, knocks him back. 4th and inches, becomes about 4th and 6. We're going to see a punt here.
Aggies forced to punt as you see the lone man waiting in the back here for Bowman County. Towering kick goes all the way up to the 20, takes a Bowman County bounce forward. That brings first quarter to an end as time expires. And Bowman County is going to get field position at their own 20, let's call it 29-yard line when we come back here to Velva. We've got ourselves quite a ball game on the PSP Network. 8-6, Velva on top of Bowman County in round one of the North Dakota Single A high school football playoffs.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country, we know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
North Dakota playoff football coverage on the PSP Network. Brought to you in part today by our good friends in the Velva area, including Flyway Landscapes, People's State Bank, Craig Monuments, Ziegler Oil, Finish Line Burgers and Brew, Prepped, Melissa Selzler at Aflac, Velva Drug, Peterson Crop Insurance, and OxyFresh. Here's Bowman County on the first down to start our second quarter of football. Quick hitter is going to be completed into the hands of number 16 here for Bowman County. That's Kirkland Meschke. Big gain on the play of just about 8, and it is a second down and 2 coming here for the Bulldogs. Handoff up the middle. First down here for Bowman County as that ball will cross the plane, and credit on the run goes to Riggs Rottenberger. First down and 10. We want to thank Bronze and Bladed as well. Kristen Bechtold for helping out with sponsoring this ball game here today on the PSP Network. First down and 10 here for Bowman County. Ball at the 40-yard line from the left hash. There's going to be a whistle and a flag on the play. It's been a pretty clean game so far. Only 2 penalties. They get 3 now here in the ball game. That one will be on Bowman County, however. Are you impressed with the start from Bowman County here today?
Very impressed, Nick. Very impressed. Watching them mix it up. Like I said, they're getting a lot of plays out on the edge. And Duffield at the quarterback position has been creating on his own. I don't know if there's much more you could ask for.
He's going to fall back to pass here. He's got one in hot pursuit, rolling out to his right side. Out across over towards the edge. It's going to be incomplete as that ball was tossed up, intended for number 26, Bishop Duffield, but incomplete on the play. 10:42 to play in the first half. 8-6, Aggies are on top.
Roll out good pressure there by Evan Wrench out there, number 72. Number 73, Bittinger, also joining them out there.
Bulldogs go to work again. Duffield's going to look to pass. He's got players on top of him. Gets the screenplay off. That's going to be completed. Little stutter step move into the hands of Roman Fossum. And Fossum's got another first down here for Bowman County.
Duffield creating again there. Play kind of broke down there. Finds Fossum. Moves the chains into Velva Drake Animu's Garrison territory.
Another score here for Bowman County would be just what the doctor ordered for the road team. Not an easy place to come play at here in round one of the playoffs. Run to the outside. Oh, there's a tackle on the play as Hank Bodine is going to make the stop on Rottenberger. There is a flag behind the play, however.
Going to have hold on the right tackle, I believe. got really aggressive up there on the line of scrimmage.
Take a look at the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Hank Bodine, an all-state player, all-state selection from a year ago. The linebacker playing both sides of the football. He tackles with some force, doesn't he?
Sure does. I don't want to get hit by him.
Well, that penalty's going to march Bowman County all the way back to the 43-yard line. They set up with a spread offense again here. They've been impressive early on in this ball game today as Duffield falls back to pass, tries to fire it away to the near side. It's going to be picked off. Into the hands it goes as the defense comes up with the stop, and Braden Bossert makes the play.
Bringing both linebackers on that, Nick. Basically a cross blitz. Oh, we're gonna have incomplete on this. We're gonna have incomplete.
When we look at the Ryan Family Dealerships replay, sometimes you get them right, sometimes you get them wrong. That one, unfortunately, with the replay here, proves to be the latter.
Obviously, with us having the benefit of the replay there, Braden Bossert made a heck of a play, jumped that ball. I have it as an interception.
Bowman County on the second down. Scrambling again. Duffield breaking free here to the near side. Oh, then he's going to be wrangled up. Bodine in on the stop. Anthony Bittinger comes in. He'll make the play as well. And the Aggies make a play and put the stop down here with 9:36 to play in our first half.
Third and a mile here. A couple pressures brought in by Weidler, Selzler, and Bodine. Basically crossed on a blitz on what we thought was that interception there. They're starting to get a lot of pressure on Duffield this drive.
Well, the Velva Drake Animus Garrison fans are engaged. You can hear them in the background as the spread offense again. Quick hitter to the near side, goes into the hands of Fossum, goes back to his left. He's going to be wrangled up. And a fourth down and a mile coming here for Bowman County. They're going to be forced to punt the football.
A big stop. You think you had the turnover there? Doesn't happen. You come out, play a couple more good plays there, defense here, and you're going to get the football back in good field position.
Bulldogs are forced to punt it away. Eigelhart waiting back for it here for the Aggies. Good punt to spiral that will drop down at the 22-yard line. Here goes Eigelhart, spin move, cuts free, gains more yards after the initial point of contact up to the 40-yard line. And the Aggies come back to offense here with 8:24 to play in our second quarter of football. Big thanks again to the Pigskin Preview, helping us promote local athletes in our great state of North Dakota. Pigskin Preview, it's a must-have for North Dakota football fans. The yearbook and the pigskin. Do you have any of those pigskins laying around at your house? I'm sure somewhere in the basement or in the garage.
Maybe the shed out there. Yeah.
Here come the Aggies. Goes off to Bodine. Bodine's going to find a seam, runs it up near the first down marker as he goes up to the 49-yard line. And the Aggies will have a second down and one coming here right at midfield.
A little trickery. Thought we might see Bodine with a little pass out there to Shep. Keeps it, goes right up the middle, gains about 9.
Aggies have scored 442 points total on the season. They average 49 per game. Giving up 95, that's an average of 10. Bowman County average is giving up 22 per game. They scored just about 27. Here's Shep on the keeper. He's got a first down and more as Shep barrels his way through. And the Aggies are on the move.
Seen Shep run quite a bit here in the first half, right up the gut here on Bowman County. It's a lot of success here early as well.
First down and 10 coming here for the Aggies. 39-yard line of Bowman County is Shep on the keeper. Methodically just dances his way forward with that lead block out front and another gain on the play is going to lead to a second down and 2 coming here for the Aggies in Bowman County territory.
Heavy dose of Shep here. Wondering if they're setting them up for maybe a play action, something over the top here, try and suck that Bowman County defense down.
Aggies are going to find themselves with a free timeout here as Bowman County wants to talk things over. Velva leads by a score of 8-6 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
Well, a big thank you to the Aggie Foundation here today, helping us get the broadcast on the air. Aggie Foundation has donated over $1 million to charities statewide, $32,000 to organizations in Velva this year alone. Big thank you to them. Pass across. It's going to be into the hands of the intended receiver. Touchdown is scampering in Kyle Volson. Well, the Aggie Foundation touchdown comes there as Volson is into the end zone for the score. And it's 14-6 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
I'd mentioned right before we had went to the break, maybe setting them something up. Little trickery there, little toss to Bodine, who hands it back to the receiver, who gives it back to Shep. Shep finds a wide open Volson for the touchdown.
2-point conversion on its way here for the Aggies. Play clock got down to 9. Volson to the corner. Does he get in? Not quite. The defense was there. Nice stop over at the pylon is coming up and making the play on the defensive side of the ball. Was number 22, Bowden Duffield. Well, we've got ourselves a ball game here in Velva this afternoon. Star City with just a beautiful day today, top to bottom. And a good football game as well.
Fire damage, Agent Fred Iron.
$14-6. Velva on top. 2-point conversion was no good as Kyle Volson got into the end zone. Fifth touchdown of the year for him. Well, after the last Aggie touchdown, it was quite the response from Bowman County. They came right back and punched the Aggies in the mouth. What will they do here? They fake the reverse, and now there's some free air to breathe on the near sideline. Bowden Duffield's going to make his way all the way up to the Velva 40-yard line. How about that response here for the Bulldogs?
Fake reverse. They're out into Velva territory, about the 38-yard line. Shep kind of saves the day there, slowed him down, didn't make the play, but slowed him down enough for enough Aggies to get down and make the play.
Quite a return there coming from Duffield. And some solid field position here at the 38-yard line of the Aggies is where Bowman County will start now, and Ben Shep hobbling off over on the far sideline. Ooh, that would be an X factor to this ball game. Keep an eye on that. First down and 10. Handoff comes here. Rottenberger. Oh, he's going to be tripped up over on the far side as Salzler comes in and makes the play for the Aggies.
66 of Bowman pulling out, trying to get out in front of 24 Rottenberger there. Luke Salzler blowing that up.
Well, not a packed house by any means here today, but there's plenty of people lined up around the Larry Sandy Field here in Velva. From the left hash. Back to pass. Duffield across. Incomplete as that one dropped out of the hands of Roman Fossum. In your mind, is there one key that stands out right now here for Bowman County on this drive and this possession?
They found themselves way too many times in these 3rd and longs. You got to get in those more manageable situations. 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. 3rd and 15 with their arsenal, it's going to be tough to convert these all day if they keep finding themselves in that position.
Well, they need a big play here. 14-6, Aggies on top. So we're down to 5:49 to play here. Reverse comes, making a move. Now another, all the way up to the original line of scrimmage, Roman Fossum, but it's going to be a 4th down and some yards to go here. They're going to say 12 still remaining for a 1st down here for Bowman County.
Well, speed option look there, and they hand it back end around to the other side there. Volson and Selzwer were ready.
Well, the losses on the season. Killdeer took down Bowman County 40-7. Shiloh won 53-13. That was the biggest margin of defeat on the year for the Bulldogs. Dickinson Trinity won back on September 30th, 42-23. Deep pass coming, taking a shot out across the middle. It's completed into the hands. It goes of Duffield. Duffield's going to dance. Touchdown. Oh, what a play that was. Duffield to Duffield. Ryan Family Dealerships replay here. An absolute bomb inside the Serve Pro red zone. Bishop Duffield makes the man miss. Then Bowman County's got themselves 12 points on the board on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Talk about a giant play right there, Bryce.
4th and 12, throw it up. I love the call. Be aggressive. You're on the road. Got to make plays like that. Things like that have to happen to pull this upset.
Handoff of the 2-point conversion, stopped by Hank Bodine. The damage was done, however, as the Bowman County Bulldogs are back within 2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. What a play this was. Duffield to Duffield, and then Bishop makes the extra effort play to get into the end zone for 6 more. Two-point ball game here at the Star City. First half has been quite the shootout. Under 5 to play, 4:56 to be exact. Hulberg and Bryce Gutknecht on the call here today from Larry Sandy Field here in Velva. What a start here for Bowman County. Eichelhardt's going to take this at the 20. Eichelhardt making a cut, now another. He's going to run into a few Bulldogs there. He's going to somehow find the extra yardage up to the 40. And here come the Aggies. Will we see Ben Shep coming out to take the snaps here for Velva? He was getting taped on the far sideline. One of those players that we talked about and previewed before the ball game here today. I don't see 10 on the field. Now we do as Ben Shep comes out, but boy, he does not look 100% by any means. Well, we could probably safely assume that we're going to see a steady dose of handoffs or the passing instead of a little more of that play action that we saw from Shep earlier on. Here's Hank Bodine cutting free all the way up to the 35-yard line. Bodine finds the seam, turns on the boosters. We'll look at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. And Hank Bodine continuing to impress here.
Ankle saving tackle there. We might be talking 6 there.
Excellent stop coming from the safety once again, defensive back, Bowden Duffield. Off to Hank Bodine again. Bodine climbing all the way up to the 30-yard line. And the Aggies are on the move once again here in this first half. 4:12 ticks down. You feel that energy inside the place? A short gasp when you see number 10, Ben Shep, getting taped up over on that far sideline?
Yeah, it's an uneasy feeling. You see a player of his caliber leave the game, hobbling off the field.
Here's Hank Bodine again on the carry. He's going to be wrapped up. Hunter Rasmussen, the 5'10", 280-pound senior defensive lineman, comes in and shuts the door.
Heavy dose of Bodine on this drive. Like you said, last time they were doing this, running it consistently, they went to the trickery. Maybe some play action here, something for Ben in the pocket.
Well, they spread it out here with 2 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left, working from the right hash, 1 in the backfield. It's Bodine. Oh, they're going to go to Shep. Look at him hobble his way forward. Shep's going to be close to that first down marker, and Ben Shep in some serious pain here for Velva. First down, Ben Shep picks up the yardage. Well, you can tell a kid that he's got the red lights all day long, but when you're a competitor like Ben Shep here at the Aggies, you know that he's going to give you everything he's got, and he had enough for a first down there. One in the backfield, that's Bodine. Inside the Serve Pro red zone, 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians. Here goes Hank Bodine, spin move into the end zone, touchdown. Well, Hank Bodine does it again. He's been on the score sheet handful of times already in this ball game. You could add another one for him in this showdown. And Hank Bodine takes it in for his 24th touchdown of the season. The extra effort here, he had 3 Bulldogs on top of him. Then the spin move came, and he dances on in as the Aggies now lead 20-12 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Just pure effort on that play. Relentless, not wanting to go down. Ends up in the end zone for 6.
2-point conversion on its way. It's good. Well, the Aggies are on top 22-16 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. What a hard-fought game today here in Velva, no question about that. Far from over with 2.5 remaining in the first half. 22-12. The defending state champions are on top.
Personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess, and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Don't you just love a fall day like this? Just enough for nice fall jackets. No beanies or winter parkas needed just yet here in the Star City. Next week seems like it might be a little bit different tale of the tape in that regard, as winter is officially starting to knock on the doorstep. Speaking of knocking on the doorstep, Bowman County has been hanging in here with the #1 ranked team in the state. Little squib kick's going to come all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Picked up here, doing what he could, was Roman Fossum, but he's going to be wrangled up back in his own territory. Credit Bowman County with the way that they've come out here and played Talked about it in our pregame show brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change here today, that they're no slouch by any means. They're just going up against a giant and one of the top producing teams in the state of North Dakota.
We had Hank Bodine doing the kickoff there. That's usually a duty of Ben Shep. And the defense coming out, we don't see Shep at the safety position as well. So something to monitor there.
On the keeper, Bowden Duffield over to his right side. He's going to be wrangled up on the play. 2:20 ticks down. I don't want to be the most cliche guy here at the venue, but how important really is this drive here for Bowman County in your mind?
Yeah, 22-12. You've responded well. A couple minutes left. You really want to try and get something put together here, and at least not even give Velva the chance to get that football back.
Bowden Duffield back to pass, rolling out. He's got company now, trying to get it away. He does. There's going to be a flag on the play on the illegal receiver. Lamborn's the one from the line that caught that football, but an excellent effort nevertheless by Bowden Duffield.
Every lineman probably has a dream of being a receiver at some point in time, but that's just something you can't do. That's going to be some laundry on that play.
It's been a clean game today, no question about that. Fourth penalty flag that's been on the field in the first two quarters.
Good hands on that lineman, though. Good catch.
1:49 ticks down here in the first half. Big thanks again. Ziegler Oil, Finish Line Burgers and Brew, Prepped. Melissa Selzler and Aflac, Velva Drug, Peterson Crop Insurance, the Aggie Foundation, Bronze and Bladed, Craig Monuments, People's State Bank, Flyway Landscapes. Here's another shot. This one goes up across the middle, incomplete as it was knocked down out of the secondary. And the play comes up from number 21, Braden Bossert.
Great play by Bossert there. He second game he's been back. A lot of missed time with a groin injury this season. Thrown in at the safety position. Great play. Jump ball. Comes up with a deflection.
Fourth down and a country mile here for Bowman County. They're going to need to boot this one away from their own territory. Eigelhart waiting for it at the 50-yard line. A spiraling kick will come to Eigelhart. He's going to dance over to the right side. Eigelhart wrangled up. Now he's going to bust free again, and Eigelhart somehow finds his way across the 30. There is another flag down on the play.
I think we might get Seidler with a hold here on the sideline nearest to us.
We'll wait for the official call coming in just a moment. Big thanks again to our friends at Roger Ward Moving and Storage. They've been proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online, RogerWardMovingAndStorage.com, to schedule a move or to find a quote. Roger Ward Moving and Storage, proud supporter of our mission of promoting local athletes in North Dakota. Well, that's a big penalty on Velva. It's going to march them all the way back to the 43-yard line. Aggies go to work. Shep pitches it off here to Hank Bodine. Oh, he's wrapped up in a quick hurry. Excellent stop on the outside as hitting the edge was Bodine, but Sawyer Clendon comes in and makes the play.
Coming up and hitting Hank Bodine there. Not an easy thing to do. Hank's been known to bounce off that first tackle and yards after contact. Great play by Sawyer.
Second down and 9 to go here for the Aggies. Down to a minute on the dot to play here in the opening half. Shep falls back to pass. He's going to be tattooed there, fires it out. Incomplete over on the edge. And Ben Shep took a big shot there from the big man in the middle, Hunter Rasmussen, at 5'10", 280 after that ball was delivered.
Hunter Rasmussen, all 280 pounds on top of Shep right after he delivered the football there. Setting up 3rd and long for the Aggies.
55 seconds to tick down here in our second quarter. Big thanks again to the UPS store located on South Broadway in the Magic City. They deliver this playoff ball game today. UPS store for all your packing and shipping needs. Here's Ben Shep again in the pocket. Oh no, he is absolutely cranked. Three on top of him, and Shep, the QB, is going to be sacked here by Bowman County as they came in with the dogs. Pardon the pun there. Glendon comes in. Lamborn was in on it as well. Big time stop there. We'll bring up a fourth down and a country mile on the other side now here for the Velva-Aggies.
A swarm of Bulldogs right in Ben Shep's face on that play. Lamborn leading the charge, gets the sack.
You can look at the numbers all you want, diagnose it all you want before the ball game. You got to play the minutes that are on the clock, and right now, Bowman County doing just that. Boy, they have been impressive here today in this round one matchup with Velva.
Like I said in the pregame, first thing you got to do, you got to believe you can pull it off. If you don't have that, why even make the 4-hour bus trip? They've responded very well. I've been impressed with the first half they've played.
By the way, help us promote local athletes on our social media platforms at Network PSP on Twitter, the PSP Network on Facebook. A like and a follow helps us so much with promoting local athletes across our great state of North Dakota. Aggies forced to punt. Bodine puts the boot on it. This one towers up and takes a Bowman County bounce. Now a Velva bounce back over the 35. We're down to 34 seconds to play in this first half. If you're watching on YouTube today, make sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Again, more likes and follows, the more subscribers, the more high school athletes in our great state get promoted by the PSP Network. Hit subscribe and like and follow on our social media and on the YouTube platform. We would certainly thank you so much for doing so. First down and 10. Final drive of the first half here for Bowman County. Downfield on the keeper. He's going to dance forward. He's hit. He bounces off of that play all the way over to the 40-yard line before he is going to be run out of bounds here on the near sideline. Talk about an athletic kid here in Bowden Duffield.
A lot of dancing around, about 3 yards to show for it. He ran seemed about 20 or 25 on that play.
Well, everybody's eyes lit up quite a bit when he got near the track over on the near sideline. Can be a scary situation. Reggie Bruner, the all-region player, was the one that was in hot pursuit. Duffield put the hand up and said, give me some props on that one. They had some sportsmanship at the end of the play. Gotta like to see that for primetime athletes as well, don't you? Well, they're shaking the press box here in Velva. That ball's going to be pitched back. It's on the ground. Who's going to end up with it? Bowman County's got the football, is coming up with it. Was number 11, Roman Fossum. There was a miscue on the Bulldog part, and that's going to send them way back into their own territory with 13 seconds remaining here in this first half of football.
Almost a complete disaster on that play. Fortunate to recover that. Would have set up Velva 1st and 10 in the red zone. You're wondering if we just maybe see a knee here and get to the half.
That would be something that could be in this arsenal, I would have to think. You're happy right now, probably at 22-12 against the number one team in the state. Maybe never happy trailing, but a lot to be proud of in this first half without question. Hub International Insurance timeout. Contact Josh Cattell or Michael Borman at 355-3100. It's Hub International. Taking a look at this playoff run for the Velva-Aggies. We will be there every step of the way on the PSP Network. Bryce Gutknecht and I will have the call of Velva-Aggie football on the PSP Network as far as they'll go in this playoff run. We'll be there with coverage. Glad to be there with coverage as well of Velva making their way into the postseason. Quick hitter, now a reverse, comes away to Bishop Duffield. He's going to cut over to the far sideline. Had one man to beat, but it was Hank Bodine over on the far side. Duffield's going to dance out of bounds on the far side with 6 seconds remaining here in our first half.
Oh, schoolyard ball there, Nick. Play maybe one of the first trick plays you'll learn, Pee Wee football. The old hook and ladder.
Like the hook and ladder. I was never in on that, though. I was always on the line. Didn't get much action on any ball touches unless that football ended up on the ground. 4th down, final play of the first half, it seems, here for Bowman County as they let the play clock dive on in, taking a shot across the middle. It's going to be caught. Oh, what a play this is. Into the hands it goes as the horn sounds to end our first half as Roman Fossum went up over the middle, made a one-handed grab and an excellent one at that. We've got ourselves a 22-12 ball game on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Velva's on top. Come back to our Aggie Foundation halftime report coming up in just a moment. We'll break this one down for you. 22-12. Velva, Drake, Animus, Garrison on top of Bowman County.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
Presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet.
Oh, we got a doozy here in Velva at Larry Sandy Field, 22-12. The Aggies on top of the Bowman County Bulldogs here today. Welcome into our halftime report brought to you by the Aggie Foundation. The Aggie Foundation bringing you the ball game here today on the PSP Network. Big thanks to them for their support to getting this game on the air today. Founded back in 2012 by a group of friends from Velva. Their board is still 100% Velva alumni. You got to love that. The Aggie Foundation operates charitable gaming at Star City Golf Course. There's blackjack today, by the way. Appreciate them. Aggie Foundation also sponsored the tailgate party before today's game. Aggie Foundation donated over $1 million to charitable causes throughout the year, $32,000 to organizations in Velva this year alone. They help us out on the PSP Network here today. Big thanks to them, along with our friends at Oxy Fresh, carpet cleaning, and Fresh Sweeps chimney and air duct cleaning. They've got locations in Minot, Bismarck, and Fargo. Flyway Landscapes, People's State Bank, Craig Monuments, Bronzed and Bladed helps us as well today, along with Ziegler Oil, Finish Line Burgers and Brew, Prepped, Melissa Selzler at Aflac, Velva Drug, and Peterson Crop Insurance. Big thank you again to everybody helping us out to get these games on the air. A lot of people don't know this and understand, but the High School Activities Association has fees on these broadcasts and these games to help their cause and what they need to have done in order to function as a group, I guess you would say. And that means extra money is sometimes needed to come up with sponsorship to get these games on the air. All those fine people did that here today to help the cause. Make sure to patronize those places and tell them thank you if you would so politely do so. Bryce, your thoughts on this ball game so far? It's been maybe a little bit different than we thought it would be coming into the showdown, and you're watching in Bowman County here today. Don't take that the wrong way. It's just that Velva's the real deal. The Buzzsaw, the defending state champions, and right now it's a Bowman County team that's giving them pretty much all they can handle.
They really have in this first half. I've been very impressed on the coverage on the back end for the most part from Bowman County, and they were executing at a high level on a lot of those first half drives. They take the home run shot on a 4th and 12, come up with the big touchdown. Duffield squared there, Duffield to Duffield. Huge play, huge momentum play in that first half.
Any major shockers in that first half besides that? Both teams seem to have good responses in this ball game as well. Any, I shouldn't say shockers, but any Achilles heel that you see on either side right now of this ball game that could be capitalized by the opposition here today?
We've said it a few times. We highlighted him in the pregame. Question mark on Ben Shep's health in this first half. We saw him get taped up. We saw him come back out. He seems to be a little hobbled. They did run a quarterback power with him. He ran that. A little questionable. I'd like to see how he comes out in the second half, how he looks.
The Duffields are the real deal. There's no question about that. Here we saw that in the first half. Time for our game reset brought to you by BNC National Bank. BNC.bank locations throughout Arizona and North Dakota. Do you have a score recap on this BNC Bank game reset for us here through the first half of football?
First quarter, Velva got us started, the 5:50 mark. Hank the Tank Bodine from 5 yards out to make it 6-0. Mr. Shapp added a 2-point conversion run to make it 8-0. Bowman County responds at 3:39 mark. touchdown run from the quarterback, Bowden Duffield, from 7 yards out. That made it 8-6. 2-point conversion was unsuccessful. Second quarter action, Velva at 6:50 mark. The big play, 32-yard pass, Shep to Volson, made it 14-6. Unsuccessful 2-point. Bowman County responded at 4:56 mark from 40 yards out, Duffield to Duffield on that play. Duffield squared, 14-12. 2-point conversion was no good on that play. And at 2:36 mark, Mr. Bodine again, 15 yards out, making it 20-12. Added a 2-point conversion on that play. And that's where we stand, 22-12 at the half.
Thank you, my friend. Looking at the single A playoff bracket, Velva Bowman County, the game you're locked into here. You've got Ryan at Shiloh. Update from that ball game, 7-point lead for the Bishop Ryan Lions at 14-7, taking on the Skyhawks. Trinity's at Stanley. DOB is at Killdeer. Kindred hosting Harvey Wells County. Carrington taking on Oaks today. The Cardinals from Langdon area, Edmore Munich taking on Lisbon, and Cavalier taking on Central Cass. We'll see if we can effort some scores from all those games later on here this evening. We will cover the Aggies all the way through their postseason run right here on the PSP Network. Hope you join us for each and every one of those showdowns that are to come. If they're able to get through this round and the next, we'll follow them all the way. As long as they're playing, we'll have the contest for you on the air on the PSP Network. Well, this intermission continues on, brought to you by the Aggie Foundation. Again, another big thank you to Flyway Landscapes, People's State Bank, Craig Monuments, Oxy Fresh, Ziegler Oil, Finish Line Burgers and Brew, Prepped. How about those protein balls before the game here today by Prepped? I mean, that was about as good as it gets.
Protein balls hit the spot.
They hit the spot again here at the halftime. Thanks to Melissa Selzler from Aflac, Velva Drug, and Peterson Crop Insurance, along with the Aggie Foundation, our local sponsors helping get playoff football to the air on the PSP Network here today. Well, game rewind, and then we'll come back with our second half of football. Velva by 10 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Velva, deep pass, taking a shot downfield. Eigelhart with the hands. Oh, what a grab that was. First down for the Aggies as Eigelhart reaches out for a tremendous play. Under center goes Benchap, handing off. Bodine cracking through. Does he get in? Touchdown. Back to the 43-yard line. They set up with a spread offense again here. They've been impressive early on in this ball game today as Duffield falls back to pass. Tries to fire it away to the near side. It's going to be picked off. It's going to be into the hands of the intended receiver. Touchdown is scampering in Kyle Volson.
Fire damage? Agent Fred Iyer. From burnt to unburnt. He does that.
Well, we thought we had a little more time than we did. Teams are ready. That means we're ready as well. Let's get ready for our second half here on the PSP Network. Nick Hulberg, Bryce Gutknecht on the call. Thanks for joining us here today. If you're just with us, Velva's in their blue and yellow. It's Bowman County in their white here today. Velva will receive the football to start our second half, and we are underway for the third quarter as Trey Eigelhart takes the opening kickoff of the second half up to about the 35-yard line. Let's go back to before the ball game here today. How about Cordell Volson being involved in the coin flip here today? Isn't that fantastic?
How cool is that? NFL player on his bye week, coming up to Velva. Pretty cool, Nick.
I think that's something that these kids hopefully will remember for a long time to come.
We might need to go stand by him and see how we stack up.
Yeah, I would. I think that's a good. See how we stack up next to him at Finish Line Burgers and Brew later today. I bet I could eat a cheeseburger like he can. I bet that. Here come the Aggies on their first offensive drive of the second half, and it's Hank Bodine that dances forward up over to the 42-yard line. He's brought down on the play, and the stop is made by big number 40 here for the Bowman County Bulldogs. That's Daniel Hoff that comes up, the freshman linebacker, 5'7", 170. Get the opportunity to call a lot of AAA football in North Dakota. It's always fun when you go down to the quote-unquote lower ranks, if you will, and see some of this young talent. So much of that talent you get to see year after year after year, including Hank Bodine here as he's going to try to hit the edge on the outside. Finds a seam over there. He does, and Hank Bodine picks up a first down all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Offensive line of the Aggies really starting to assert themselves. Great start to this second half.
Aggies on the move to start things off here in the second half. Keep an eye on Ben Shep. He had earlier on in this ball game, he ended up being taped up. He's favoring lower body on the left leg maybe. There's a handoff that goes and the stop is made. Look at Hank Bodine get wrapped up in a quick hurry. Kirkland Meschke, 6'2", 175-pound Ed came in and said, I don't think so.
We did find the mystery man, number 67 too, Nick. We did find out. A little help from our great fans and viewers of the broadcast. Coy Mormon pulled a number switch on us there. So 67, Coy Mormon.
Yeah, we had him as 35 to start the ball game here tonight, I do believe. Thank you for your help on that. Aggies with 10:30 to play in the third quarter and a 10-point lead. They set up middle of the football field as Shep's going to fall back to pass. He's pressured here. Shep not at 100%, but boy, he scrambles his way over to the far sideline. Wrapped up at the legs by Duffield, but Shep gets a first down as he carries that one deep into Bowman County territory.
Shep gutting it out. Doesn't want to leave this game. Wants to be in there. Picks up a first down on the legs, gets out of bounds.
Well, every time that he runs the football, you can almost hear that gasp of air from the Velva fans. They know what kind of offensive threat and defensive threat he's been on the season. Looking at those numbers again here, Ben Shep on the season, it's just been fantastic. The All-State junior quarterback, 34 touchdowns coming into the ball game here today. Pass completion rate has been something special. 194 for 165, over 2,400 yards on the year. You see why he's such a valuable piece and why everybody wearing blue and yellow here today gasps for air with him down at 100%. Big thank you once again today to Flyway Landscapes, People's State Bank, Craig Monuments, Bronzed and Bladed, Ziegler Oil, Finish Line Burgers and Brew, Prep, Melissa Selzler at Aflac, Velva Drug, Peterson Crop Insurance. They all bring you the ball game today with the Aggie Foundation. Here's Shep firing across. Oh, went up to Hank Bodine into the hands and then out. Incomplete, it falls. Coverage was there, and again, it's Roman Fossum that makes the play on the defensive side of the football.
Been impressed with the offensive line play of Velva. Shep dropping back there all day to throw. I tell you what, Bowman County coverage scheme has held up. They have played very well this game.
Another fingertip maybe on that football for Roman Fossum. Well, when you think about Velva Aggies football and you think about their 11 state championships, 13 region titles, think about Larry Sandy going 10 for 10 in the Dakota Bowl. There's a bullet right down Broadway. It's going to be complete. And a first down for the Aggies as that one's going to fall into the hands of Reggie Bruner. And Reggie Bruner with 9 touchdowns on the year, averaging 20 yards per catch. Gets one there for about 15 and a first down here for Velva, Drake Adamus Garrison.
Absolute dime, tight window throw. Bruner makes the play, moving the chains. I said it in the first half, Bowman County has forced Velva in some third and long situations. Haven't been successful in getting off the field.
Spread offense here. They're going to pitch back to Hank Bodine. He puts the shoulder down and runs right into number 28, Sawyer Clendon. The junior linebacker made the stop here for Bowman County. And it's a second down after a short gain on the play. 6 to go here for the Aggies for the first down markers. They are in the Serve Pro red zone. Serve Pro 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians with advanced technology. Serve Pro brings you the red zone visit. Play call is going to come in here for the Aggies. Shep and Bodine lined up from the shotgun. Hank Bodine again. Steady dose of him. Dancing his way forward. Does he get the first down on the second down? It's going to be close here for Hank Bodine as he just barrels his way through.
Hank Bodine, it seems as the game goes along, he's just getting stronger and stronger as we're in the third quarter here. Heavy dose of Bodine to start this second half.
Well, they're going to measure for a first down. We haven't had a measurement yet here in the ball game. How close is it to the first down and goal? Velva's got a fresh set of them as they're inside the 10-yard line.
Crowd enjoyed that.
Yeah, they're engaged today. There's no question about that. Stick around for our post-game show here tonight, brought to you by Schatz Crossroads and Planning Team Financial Advisors. Planning Team Financial at Schatz Crossroads bring you the post-game here today. This will be one day today that Schatz won't be the post-game for me. I'm going to be at Finish Line Burgers and Brew, I think, after this ball game. Man in motion is Eigelhart. He's going to get it off the pitch. Eigelhart dancing. Oh, he jumps over a defender into the end zone. Touchdown.
That's that Pat Mahomes-like pass there, Nick. He's going to get credit for a touchdown pass on that play on that end around. Eigelhart right into the end zone on the left side there.
Aggies into the end zone for another touchdown, and it's 28-12 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. 2-point conversion coming here for the Aggies. Eigelhart makes his way in. They pitch to Hank Bodine, and Hank Bodine grabs 2 more points. Eigelhart, 12th touchdown of the year. Hank Bodine adds the 2 points after. And Velva's got themselves a healthy lead at 30-12 now on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Well, we were just saying off air after that Eigelhart Bodine Ben Shep flurry that resulted in 8 more points. That 30-12 looks a lot different than 30-22 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. That kick was a bit of a miscue there. Goes on a play on the far sideline. For Bowman County now trailing by 18 in this ball game, trying to chip away at a defense that has been stout on the year. Only giving up 1,396 total yards on the season. That's an average of 155 per game for the Velva Aggies. It's not easy to try to pick apart that defense and climb out of an 18-point hole. We have, however, seen that Bowman County's got some athletes and some play calls that have been able to expose some things here today. Do they have what it takes here in this third quarter is the question that is up for grabs right now with 7:44 to go in this third quarter of football.
He said pregame we didn't think Bowman County wanted to get in a shootout. Let's see how they respond. Good field position.
Pitch comes here to the near side, dancing his way over to the near sideline, and then wrestled out of bounds on the ball carry was number 26, Bishop Duffield. Wilson was the one that was in on the stop. Brings up a second down. There's a loss of a yard on the play, so a second down at 11.
Bolson setting the edge there. You see the bullet that came from behind him. That was Luke Selsler. Didn't make the tackle, but blew up that play. Had his teammates right behind him to finish it off.
Handoff comes here, running up the gut with the football. That was Riggs Rottenberger. Gets up to the initial line of scrimmage, but the Velva defense makes the stop again.
What a great football name, Riggs Rottenberger.
Don't you like that?
I love it.
I was doing WDA volleyball the other day. There was a girl from, I don't even remember what game that I had, Watford City. Her last name was Boss. I thought that was pretty good.
I love it.
Yes. Rottenberger and company here for Bowman County trying to advance into round number 2. They're down by 18. They've got a 3rd down and 9 here from the 40-yard line on their own side of the field. Duffield is going to have pressure. He's rushed out of the pocket, fires it here, almost intercepted by Reggie Bruner, as Bishop Duffield was the one that was the intended target on the far side.
Great pressure up front by Velva, almost creating a turnover there. Bruner almost had that one, and that would have been 6 on that.
Well, the coverage was there. Excellent effort from Bowden Duffield. Well, the stands are shaking. The whole press box is shaking here as the Velva fans are making their presence felt here on the home field. 4th down. Bowman County's forced to punt again. They're going to fake it here. Duffield's got it. Duffield back to pass across the middle. It's going to be completed off to Bishop Duffield, and up for a 1st down. Not quite. It doesn't seem. Where do they mark the football? Not enough.
Have them short.
Velva's going to get the ball back.
I like the gamble. You're on the road. You're down 18. You're playing the number 1 team in the state. Why not take a shot? Almost successful there, too.
Trey Engelhart made the play for the Velva Aggies as he was the one that wrangled in Duffield. Velva now with excellent field position and 6:43 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Trying to add to a 30-12 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Bodine in the backfield. Shemp from the shotgun. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Hand off Hank Bodine, and Bodine's going to bounce like a pinball all the way up to almost the 35-yard line. Will he have enough for a 1st down as Hank Bodine continuing to be impressive here in this ballgame?
Bowman County not picking up a 1st drive on that, 1st down on that previous drive, going for it on 4th. Velva offense right back out to the field. And who do we see? Hank Bodine on the carry, almost 1st down on that first play. Great drive starter.
Same formation here for the Aggies as they go to Bodine again. He's going to have enough for a 1st down on this carry, and Hank Bodine falls forward to the 35-yard line. And a fun conversation earlier on today with Larry Sandy, the legend here in Velva. When you have the football field named after you, you know you've done something special. Larry Sandy, one of a kind. I asked him how the partial retirement was going, and he had a smile on his face and said, surprisingly, it's going very well. Still involved here in the Velva High School. Here's Shemp across the middle. That one completed. Volson on the target, and he's got it before Rottenberger wrangles him up for a big gain of 8 on the play.
Volson just kind of settling down in that zone there. Big target for Shep. Shep delivers. Nice gain on 1st down.
Larry Sandy, one of a kind. We talked about the transition from the head coach and giving those reins off to Matt Weidler. And I made the comment to him that a little bit easier when you get to pick a guy like Matt Weidler to take over, and he got a smile on his face and said, that's exactly right. Bodine's got it here. Bodine turns on the Jets, runs downhill. Does he have enough for a 1st down here on the 2nd down carry? It is. Yeah, Larry Sandy, one of a kind.
I had a little trivia with Larry earlier as well. The last coach to win a playoff football game for the Aggies, not named Larry Sandy.
Oof.
Any ideas?
You got to go way back.
1988, Randy Gleave.
Randy Gleave.
Randy Gleave. Gleave name might sound familiar to you, Hulberg.
Yes, it sure does.
Derry Gleave coaching the Minot High football team that I was a part of in our tenure at the Minot High.
1988. That's a long time ago, my friend. I would have been 3 years old.
Just a young pup.
It's a long time ago. Tells you how long that Larry Sandy has been around and what a great job that he did with this program. Fantastic work from him in his tenure at Velva High School. Went 10 for 10 in the Dakota Bowl. Had another state championship last year to close it out. Matt Weidler taking over. 1988, huh? That's a...
Also, Nick, 1988, the only year they have been beaten in a state championship game.
Really?
Correct. Carrington got the best of them that year.
Wow. Yeah, good trivia. I wouldn't have gotten that one right even if I had a little more time to study than just 2 seconds here on the quick call of that. I like it.
Any 88 alumni around that are listening, and I apologize for bringing that up. I do apologize.
I would have to think there's probably somebody at Finish Line Burgers and Brew right now saying, what in the world? Well, we've got an update. Oh, it was a barn burner between Killdeer and DLB, 21-20. Final score, Killdeer takes the win over the DLB Lakers by 1 point.
Playoff football.
Thanks to John Clock for checking in. John says to grab your cell phone at some point. He's got some goodies in there for you.
I did see that, yeah. He's been giving us some great updates on some of the games. Fossum off the edge. D cleats Shep on that play. Huge sack, setting them up second and a mile here.
Nice defensive stop for Bowman County. Can Velva respond? Not that time. Hank Bodine's going to be wrangled up, and again, Rottenberger comes in and makes the stop on the defensive side here for Bowman County. 3rd down and long. Do you see Matt Weidler's playbook going to a big shot here, maybe to...
You've got the weapons, obviously, on the outside. Eilhart and Brewer have been doing big plays all year. Yards after catch, everything. They've been so explosive. You got to believe he gives one of them a shot here.
Matt Weidler, a former Velva-Aggie. Play clock is going to go all the way down to 3, and then Matt Weidler is going to call a timeout. We'll take one with him. Hub International Insurance timeout on the field. Contact Josh Cattell or Michael Borman today, 355-3100. Hub International Insurance, they bring you this timeout on the field. Aggies will come back with a 3rd down and a mile in Bowman County territory.
Great news. If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Well, we come back to Velva. The Aggies using their full timeout here. Looking at that playoff bracket once again, we heard that DLB is going to fall to Killdeer. That advances Killdeer. Last we heard, Bishop Ryan was on top of Shiloh Christian. We'll see if we can get some more updates for you fans as this game continues on here today. Meanwhile, it's the Aggies with a spread offense. Shemp's going to hand it off. Bodine, oh, he's gobbled up in a hurry. Flying right into the slot and making the play there for the Bulldogs was number 66, Chandler Lamboard. He comes in and slams the door in a hurry.
He almost took that ball away on that handoff. He was there right away. Great play. Great stand by Bowman on this drive. Brings up 4th and long.
Big thanks again today to our friends at OxyFresh Carpet Cleaning and Fresh Sweeps Chimney and Air Duct Cleaning. Mine at Bismarck and Fargo. They do a fantastic job at OxyFresh. Flyway Landscapes, People's State Bank, Craig Monuments, Bronzed and Bladed, to name a few, that bring you the ball game here today. Bodine forced to punt this one away all the way down. It goes inside the 10-yard line. Couldn't be much better of a boot there for Hank Bodine as he sends it down out of bounds, and Bowman County comes back out of the offense head to their own territory here with 2:42 to play in our third quarter of football.
Bodine pressed into emergency service with punting duties here. Pretty good punt, pinning them back inside the 10-yard line there.
Not easy to get called into a role like that. Obviously, he's had some practice, knows what he's doing. A lot of kids wouldn't stand a chance against some of these Velva guys in the pass punt and kick competition. I would have been one of them, by the way. I did win the Elks hoop shoot at South Prairie School back in 6th grade, however.
6th grade?
Yeah,
all right.
Taking you way back in the time machine. Duffield rolls out to the right, takes a shot down to the near side. Oh, what a play that is. It's
got
caught.
a catch. We got 1 foot down.
What a play that was. Duffield to Duffield. Watch him over the top here, Bryce, on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Wrangle this football in as it's put in just a primetime spot.
Pretty decent coverage from Bruner there. Just a great play by Duffield on the edge there.
Bulldogs with a fresh set of downs, working from the right hash. Duffield scrambling out. Duffield runs it himself. He's going to have a long run on that play, but he only gains 1. And it will bring up a second down, and got a player down on the ground that's injured here. Duffield in some major pain as he hops up. Hopefully he's all right.
Right back in the huddle trying to shake it off.
Yeah, he's going to come out of the ball game. Sorry, Bryce. Well, after an excellent play just a few moments ago, he is in some serious pain here on the near sideline. Don't want to speculate, but I think he might have got the wind knocked out of him possibly here. Under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. New quarterback in here for Bowman County. Quick hitter to the near side. It's going to be completed as Rottenberger takes it there off the pass coming from Lamborn. And then a big hit to the secondary as Rengie Bruner comes up and slams the door.
Mason Lamborn in right away at quarterback. They call a pass. Goes to Rottenberger. Bruner with a hammer out here. Big hit by Reggie Bruner on that play.
Defense chant is on. Another first down here for Bowman County. Duffield back in to his brother Bishop. He's got it. Bishop Duffield cutting free. Hits the edge down the far sideline. 10 all the way down to the 5 pylon. Is he in for a touchdown? He is. What a play that was. And 6 more go on the board as Duffield to Duffield. They connect again.
Read the rule book, ref!
Well, that was loud and clear without question, wasn't it? Do you see how the Velva fans like that last play? Don't you love playoff football?
Oh, I love it.
Nothing like it.
Duffield right back into the game. A 55-yard bomb to his brother. Right back in the game.
On the keeper, Duffield finds a way right down Broadway. We've got ourselves a ball game again. 10's the lead now for the Velva-Aggies as Bowman County strikes back with a couple big ones. That drive went deep from inside their own 10-yard line. They put 8 points on the board.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
30-20 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Things just got a bit more interesting after Bowman County goes over 90 yards into the end zone for the score. 10-point lead still here for Velva with 1:06 remaining in the third quarter, as Bowman County will boot this one back away to the awaiting Aggies here. Fielded at the 20-yard line. This is Eigelhart dancing, flag on the play. Eigelhart's up to the 45, and it will be a first down and 10 coming here for Velva. Well, you hear the natural sounds of Larry Sandy Field here. You don't think the Velva fans are engaged in this state playoff matchup. How about this run is barreling his way forward through the seam. And on the carry for the Velva Aggies goes number 21. Forward with it is Braden Bossert.
Great to see Bossert back. Like I had said earlier, the groin injury hampering him all season, something that kind of lingers around.
Not easy to play when you're not at 100% by any means. Aggies work here with a fresh set of downs. This is Hank Bodine this time. He's going to have a gain of just about 5 on the play, and Hank Bodine continues to impress as he carries that ball forward. That was Braden Bossert, rather, excuse me. Two seconds to play, 1 second here in the third quarter. We're just going to move to our fourth quarter as it's 30-20 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Boy, it's been a fun one here today. Far from over, 1 quarter left on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. 30-20. Velva, Drake, Adamus, Garrison on top of Bowman County.
There is no place like the country club. 18 holes of immaculate golf, along with golf simulator, PGA staff, club fitting and lesson, driving range and practice green, pro shop, delicious food, endless fun in the pool, and activities for the whole family. Learn more and become a member today.
Playoff football action here in the Star City is brought to you by OxyFresh, Flyway Landscapes, People's State Bank, Craig Monuments, bronzed and bladed, Ziegler Oil, Finish Line Burgers and Brew, up the near sideline, Eigelhart dancing forward all the way down to the 15, and Eigelhart on a giant run on the near sideline. Puts the Aggies in scoring position again.
Quick snap to Eigelhart, gets the edge. Thought he was gone there. Good pursuit by Bowman. Let's see if the red zone defense can hold on here and get a stop for them. Big tackle on that play.
Well, the big man for the Bulldogs, Chandler Lamborn, was the one that tracked down Eigelhart on that long run as the Aggies here in the fourth quarter looking to add 6 more. Ben Schapp's going to go down hard. Rottenberger comes in. I'm sorry, that was Hank Bodine that goes down hard, rather.
Great play by Riggs.
By the way, we want to thank our friends at Peterson Crop Insurance, Velva Drug, Melissa Selzler at Aflac, Prepped, Finish Line Burgers and Brew, and Ziegler Oil once again, bringing you the ball game here today on the PSP Network. Aggies with a loss of yardage on that play have a second down and 15 as it's going to be pitched by Shep off to Hank Bodine. Bodine finding a seam. There's a flag on the play. It's going to be a holding coming here. And it's going to be on the Aggies, so that's going to march them back after Hank Bodine had a gain of just about 6.
Chasing down Eigelhart's looking like real big play here in start of this fourth quarter as we get about second and 22.
Aggies line up at the ball as you see Ben Shep work out of the shotgun. There was a man in motion. They go back here now to Hank Bodine, and Hank Bodine is forward almost up to the Serve Pro entrance to the red zone. Serve Pro 24/7 with emergency service and trained technicians. Advanced technologies at Serve Pro. Third down coming here for Velva.
Let's see what Matt Weidler dials up here. Third and long, maybe 4 down territory. Try and get into something manageable, knowing you have 2 plays.
Well, you see Matt Weidler on the sideline. Just love that style, don't you? Shep fakes a pass. Now he's going to toss it down to the corner. Up for grabs. Reggie Bruner comes down with a touchdown. Oh, what a play that was. Ben Shep fell back in the pocket. He waited, then he unloaded and found Bruner, who went up in man-to-man coverage against Duffield and made the play. And the Aggies add 6 more. It's now 36-20 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. That might be your play of the game right there, Bryce.
Shep sees one-on-one, confident in his guy Bruner that he's going to win that matchup. Just another dime in the corner. Bruner's aware of where he was, gets it down. 6 points for Velva.
2-point conversion coming here. Quick hitter to Volson. Corner of the end zone. Aggies get the score. And they lead by 18 again at 38-20 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Aggies off and rolling here in the fourth quarter.
About personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
38-20. Velva drank Adamus Garrison on top. Playoff coverage on the PSP Network brought to you by Ziegler Oil, Finish Line Burgers and Brew, Prepped, Melissa Selzler at Aflac, Velva Drug, Peterson Crop Insurance, Flyway Landscapes, People's State Bank, Craig Monuments, Bronzed and Bladed, Oxy Fresh, and the Aggie Foundation bringing you the contest here today. Under 10 to play here in the ball game. A defensive stop here for the Velva Aggies could just about seal the deal here this afternoon. Maybe a little too early to make that comment, probably.
I tell you what, I've been impressed with Bowman County's aerial attack and moving the ball vertically. I didn't know how well they could do that against the Aggies defense. They've had a lot of success in the middle of the field throwing the football.
Bowman County going to work here. Duffield's going to fall back to pass. Avoids the sack. Now he's going to rush to the far sideline. Scampers on a play there and a big gain of just about 8 on the play for Bowden Duffield.
Seen that a few times from Bowden today. Play kind of broken down. Can't find anybody open. Using his legs. picking up positive yards.
Stick around. We'll have some awards to hand out after the ball game tonight, including our MVP of the game, brought to you by Sport Clips. Sign in with a hairstylist today at Sport Clips. Download the app. It's quick. It's convenient. Sport Clips brings you the MVP. You can get the MVP haircut experience there as well. That ball's on the ground. Back up. What are they going to say? Incomplete here on the near side. Well, the effort was there, nevertheless, on an excellent play. Let's watch this one back on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Kirkland Meschke had it on the ground. It came back up. They're going to say that it's incomplete.
It appeared like it touched the ground. I think sideline referee got a little help there. I think they got the call right.
Jobbers Moving and Storage will bring you our move of the game here tonight as well. Jobbers Moving and Storage. Oh, ball's on the ground. Who's going to come up with it? Olsen falls on top of it, and the Aggies come up with a gigantic stop here with 9:29 to play.
Crucial turnover. What a play. Volson ends up on top. The Aggies are back in business. Up 18 already, looking for more.
Well, a giant play right there without question, Bryce. Aggies go back to work on the offense. They hand off Hank Bodine. Runs through traffic somehow. He's going to come out of there, and Hank Bodine takes it down into the end zone. Touchdown. Oh, he does it again. He looked like he was dead in the water, and somehow Hank Bodine finds his way into the end zone for another score here in this ball game. Wow.
Didn't take Velva long there, did it, Nick? First play off a turnover. Bodine refuses to go down, making this a 24-point game, barring the extra point here.
They stop on the front line there. Lamborn's the one that makes the stop again. Velva does the damage, however, as they lead 44-20 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. You don't know the name Hank Bodine, you probably should. Another excellent run from him. Somehow emerges out of there with another Velva touchdown for 6.
The trick to throwing well is knowing where you want the ball to go. Like how the local bankers at First Western Bank and Trust take the time to learn about you and recommend the banking services like online banking or personal loans that keep your goals on target.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Squib kick again is on the ground as we come back to live action here in Velva. 9:20 to play here in the fourth quarter. 44-20. Aggies are on top. How about Hank Bodine here today, Bryce? Third touchdown of the ball game for the young man, Hank Bodine.
Like I had said, it just seems to get stronger and stronger as the game goes along. Wants the football in his hands, wants the opportunity. Scores another on that last drive to give Velva a little more separation.
Firing downfield, taking a big shot. That ball's going to be into the hands and out of Duffield.
A great effort by Duffield. I thought he had come down with it for a minute there.
Well, we talk about Hank Bodine in this ball game here today. Two-way player here for the Velva-Aggies, 22 touchdowns before today's ball game. That number will move to 25. He has been fun to watch here in his junior campaign. He was fun to watch as a sophomore during a state title run as well. That ball's going to be pitched down over to the far side and wrangled up for the stop on the far sideline. I believe it was Rottenberger that caught the play, caught the pass. He did.
Maskell on the stop kind of jumped on and just kind of hung on for dear life there, riding him out of bounds.
Third and 4 here for Bowman County. They'll spread the offense out again with trips on the left, 2 on the right. They're going to look to take a shot here as Bowden Duffield's back to pass. He's rushed to the pocket, then rushed out, first down, then more. Here goes Duffield trying to get away back over the 40-yard line of the Aggies, and Duffield scampers his way out of bounds. Excellent play there for Bowden Duffield again.
We've seen that a number of times today. Play broken down. Duffield's not panicking, steps up, takes off. Another great game.
Big thanks again to Ryan Family Dealerships. They bring you the replays on the PSP network. They sell all vehicles at Ryan Family Dealerships. They've got a little bit of everything. See that commercial on the PSP network. The old PSP Suburban's about time to be replaced. That'll be a nice pheasant hunting mobile here one of these days, but this ball's going to be tossed downfield, picked off. Eigelhart goes up and grabs it. It's an INT, and Trey Eigelhart's got another one.
Great coverage by Bruner, forcing him to on sideline there. Eigelhart comes over, aware of where his feet need to go to get in bounds, picks that off.
Well, I talked about it on the last drive for Bowman County that a Velva stop could almost put a nail in the coffin, it seems, with the way that the game has gone. Not mathematically, but just on the ebbs and flows of this here. See Duffield take a shot there, and still being aggressive are the Bowman County Bulldogs, which you have to respect here today. But that stop from Velva with a big drive here really could be the nail in the coffin here this afternoon. Look at Hank Bodine fight for a first down as he's all the way up to the 30-yard line. And the Aggies are on the move again here with a 44-20 lead, 8:33 ticking down. Will we even be able to get a spot at Finish Line Burgers and Brew? It's going to be busy after this one, I would think.
Maybe call someone, see if we can get a reservation.
Yeah, that's. I don't know.
See what I could do.
You've used enough of. I don't want to say clout in the community, but those protein balls we had before the game, I thought were everything and more. If you can make that happen, thanks again to Prept and everybody that helped bring us the ball game here today on the PSP network. Here's Bodine cutting free to the outside. Bodine's going to cut down over the 50-yard line. Big run again for Hank Bodine. He was stopped out in the secondary, and the last line of defense coming up with the play out there for Bowman County. Making the play. Watch this play again. Sorry, Bryce.
You see both things. So special. Hank's such a special player. You see a couple things on that play. Patience to bounce it. You see some really good speed out of Hank, and then you see him seeking out that contact, delivering that blow, letting him know that he's going to be getting the ball more and often. He's coming to hit you.
Flag on the play. Bossert's the one on the carry. Looks like it's going to be on Bowman County, I do believe. Well, we'll see if we can get you a full rundown in the postgame show here tonight of where the playoff picture looks after this ball game today. We know that DLB lost to Killdeer, so Killdeer advances on. Trinity and Stanley were playing today. Shiloh and Bishop Ryan playing today as well. We'll see if we can get an update more current than the 14-7 score that we had of Bishop Ryan taking on Shiloh earlier on here today, and then we'll look to the east side of the state as well.
Just received an update. Shiloh Christian 21, Bishop Ryan 14. 4 minutes left in that game.
Oh, baby. Well, that's a nail-biter. Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Hub International Insurance brings you this timeout. Hub International, where you can contact Josh Cattell or Michael Borman today, 355-3100. It's a Hub International Insurance timeout. Velva up big, 20 by 24 at 44-20 with 6:48 left in the ballgame.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
Down to 6:48 left in the ballgame. Aggies 44, Bulldogs 20. Nick Hulberg, Bryce Gutknecht on the call on the PSP Network. Thanks for spending the Saturday afternoon with us here as Shep falls back to pass, takes a shot down to Eigelhart. Oh, the coverage was there. Bishop Duffield shut him down out in the secondary. Bryce, do you have an update from some of those scores across the state of North Dakota in single A football here today?
Kildare did get that 1-point win at the Lax. Number 2, Kindred, 49-6 over Harvey Wells County. Number 3, Langdon area, Edmore Munich blanks Lisbon 33-0. Dickinson Trinity all over Stanley 42-0. We got a minute left in that game. Central Cass as well, all over Cavalier 42-0. Bishop Ryan, I believe, does have the football down 7, 4 minutes left.
Ooh, baby. Handoff here. Bossert on the run. He's going to get up to the original line of scrimmage on the carry. 6.5 to tick down here in the ballgame.
One more score to pass along. We have Oaks 27, Carrington 21. 2 minutes left in that ballgame as well.
Thank you, Bryce. We'll have a full recap in our post-game show coming up in 6 minutes and 9 seconds. Bryce will head down to the field and have a conversation with winning coach and our player of the game coming up here in just a few moments. Handoff's going to come to Bossert again, and Bossert dances over the 40. He's wrapped up on the play, brings up a 4th down. Aggies in their 4th down territory, it would seem, here in this ball game today. Is this what you expected here this afternoon? We had quite a contest at the break here today, Bryce. It was a 10-point game at 22-12 in favor of Velva. Here we are late to the contest on the 4th down situation for the Aggies. Bowman County's played well here today. Velva's just flexed some muscle, it seems, here as Bossert's got it again. He's going to cut to the outside, cuts back, 1st down. He's got what he needs. Stop is made there as coming up with the play for the Bulldogs is number 16, Kirkland Meshke. Back to that conversation with you and that question. Is it what you expected we'd see here today, Bryce?
Some nice things from Bowman County early. Like I said, they were moving the ball through the air. They had a lot of success, a little more than I had kind of envisioned that they would be able to do. Took a couple shots, hit on them. Velva, all the firepower. You wonder how much the game plan kind of changes. You see Shep kind of hobbling around, the ankle. It's been a heavy dose of Hank Bodine. Offensive line has looked really sharp. That's what's got him the 24-point lead with four and change left.
Timeout on the field called by Matt Weidler and company. We're going to keep it here in the press box in Velva. Gives us an opportunity to thank these fine local folks that came through today to help us pay the bill at the NDHSAA level. Postseason rights for these things aren't cheap by any means. And Oxy Fresh, Flyway Landscapes, People's State Bank, Craig Monuments, Bronzed and Bladed helped with the cause here today to make sure that this game would be on the air. Ziegler Oil, Finish Line Burgers and Brew, Prepped, Melissa Selzler from Aflac, Velva Drug, and Peterson Crop Insurance bring you the showdown here today on the PSP Network. If you haven't already done so, make sure to help us promote local athletes. A like and a follow goes longer than you would ever imagine in our process of trying to gain sponsorship. Velva's going to be on the football here. Heads up, Trevor. We're underway here. Like and a follow goes a long way for us on the PSP Network. If you would so kindly hit like and follow on Twitter and on Facebook. Same thing can be said for hitting subscribe on the YouTube platform, on PSP Network's YouTube platform. Sure appreciate everybody for joining us here today in this round one playoff coverage and the matchup between the Aggies and Bowman County.
Looks like we've brought some of the second unit in here for Velva. Kittleson in at quarterback.
He'll hand it off here, and cutting out to the edge on the carry for the Aggies is number 40, Brody Seidler. He's wrapped up on the play and brought down as rushing in to make the play for the Bulldogs was number 16, Kirkland Meschke. Good opportunity for some of the younger guys to get into the ball game here today, Bryce.
Yeah, get a little taste of the old playoffs. Great opportunity.
Down to 4:05 to play in the ball game. Velva scored on their opening drive here today. Bowman County scored on their second drive of the ball game, and from then we had a bit of a teeter-totter match in the opening half of football. In the second half, it's been a steady dose of some of those Velva guns that have mustered up a 44-20 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Tough choice today for the MVP of this contest, brought to you by Sport Clips. Got another timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Hub International brings you the timeout. Josh Cattell and Michael Mormon can be reached at 355-3100. It's Hub International and a Hub International Insurance timeout.
Right Bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
Under 4 to play here in regulation. 44-20, Aggies are on top. Not an easy choice for our MVP of the game here today by any means, is it, in your mind?
It's been a lot of great performances out of a lot of different guys.
Kittleson on the carry. He's going to run that up for a gain of just about 5 on the play, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and 5 coming here now for the Aggies with the ball deep inside of Bowman County territory.
Kittleson, good little carry there. You should see him on the basketball court. I know Mr. Isaac Sandro, who is listening, gets really excited. He is an in-your-face defender, relentless on the basketball court.
Big thanks to Isaac Sandro for being a proud supporter of the PSP Network as well. Looking forward to high school basketball season. That's right around the corner. That's not far away once we get through the Dakota Bowl. High school hockey will start coming up in November, then basketball shortly to follow thereafter. We'll have a full slate of games on the PSP Network. People watching all over the place today here, Bryce. Marshall Knopp and his family down in sunny Arizona watching the ball game. Thank you for checking in, Marshall. Hope you're enjoying this ball game today. Marshall, the longtime Bishop Ryan Lyon, is converted over completely now, I think, to Velva. That'd be fair to say, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely. Absolutely.
44-20, Aggies are on top. Will we see a Velva-Ryan battle in round number 2 of the quarterfinals of the playoffs? Waiting to see a final from Shiloh and Ryan here. Kittleson fumbles the snap. It's going to be on the ground, and it will be Bowman County football.
Update from Shiloh, Ryan. I've got Shiloh 28, Ryan 14. Not much time. Looks like Shiloh is going to advance.
Well, that would set up a Shiloh-Velva matchup here next Saturday afternoon. Skyhawks and Aggies. Wait for that to go final here today before we make that announcement by any means, but you could plan on that being the opening round matchup here for the Velva Aggies. Bowman County working here with 3:34 left in the ballgame. They came in against a buzzsaw today. The Velva Aggies, the number 1 ranked team in the state of North Dakota. And boy, they've done a lot of things that have been very positive here in this showdown. There's a false start, however, on this drive. On that play snap, I should say. Big thanks again to Minot State University. Minot State, be seen, be heard, be you. Best way to predict your future is to create it. With over 100 areas of study at Minot State, you'll earn the degree for the career that you desire. It's Minot State University bringing you playoff action here today with Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Roger Ward can help you with those moving and storage needs. Duffield went after the football. He's going to be wrangled up by the Valvoline. Making the stop for the Aggies and in on the tackle was number 73, Anthony Binninger. Planet Pizza brings you PSP Network action as well on the PSP Network. Planet Pizza. There's no pizza like it. Try that Blue Buffalo pizza or just a plain cheese at Planet Pizza. If you had to pick between those two, Blue Buffalo and cheese, which direction would you go?
I might go cheese, surprisingly. I know I do love the Blue Buff, but I might give cheese a slight nod if I can get extra sauce.
This ball is going to be tossed up here to the near side. Incomplete. Coverage was there. The pass was close to on the money, but it fell incomplete. Also want to thank our friends at Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. 0% financing and free consultations, virtual or in the office at Prestwich Orthodontics. And Northern Plains Heating and Air brings you the ball game and all of our coverage on the PSP Network. Northern-Plains.com. No other choice to seal your heating and air game. The Northern Plains Heating and Air. Falling back to pass, and a quick one over to Rottenberger here on the near side. He's wrapped up after that pass is caught. Coming in to make the stop for the Velva Aggies on the near side was number 40, Brody Seidler. 2:30 now, ticks down here in regulation.
Time not on Bowman County's side here, 2.5 minutes, down 24. But hey, 7 straight winning season for Bowman County, 6 consecutive season in the playoffs. Did a lot of nice things. Get on a bus ride, 261 miles to the Star City.
Wow.
Over 4.5 hours roughly on that. Put up a valiant effort. Good fight.
Without question. Yeah, a lot to be proud of just to make the playoffs. There's something to be said about that inside these regions. It's not easy to come out. You look at region number 4, for example. Here's Eigelhart on the carry back, and he's just going to slide down, and Eigelhart is going to send the Velva Aggies into victory formation here with 1:50 left in the ball game. Region number 4, you've got Trinity, a team that's ranked in the top 4 in the state. Shiloh, who's receiving votes. Killdeer. Bowman County finished 4th. Beulah finished 5th. Hart River finished 6th. Southern McLean finished 7th. And Hazen finished 8th on the year. The Bison went 0-9. That was surprising to see that Hazen's program down just a bit. But not easy by any means to get out of region number 4. And to do it for that many years consecutively is something special. Well, we won't see victory formation. A pass is fired across the middle and incomplete. That game clock's down to 1:47.
Well, it looks like the Aggies' winning streak's going to continue. A few things. The last loss for the Aggies, 2021. Do you know what you were even doing in 2021, Nick, at this time?
Was that a game down south somewhere?
Playoff quarterfinals, Bishop Ryan.
Oh, really?
Correct. 103 weeks ago, 721 days, 17,304 hours.
It's been a long time, hasn't it? Well, the Aggies are going to try to add more here. Down to the pylon, in for the touchdown. Oh, this place goes berserk. Brody Seidler's into the end zone for the score. Oh, we both lost the camera there as the jumping was at full force here. Bryce says Seidler takes it all the way down from the 30 into the end zone.
We got some Seidler crew in front of us here. They're super excited. Good for them. Cheer it up. I love it.
Velva up 50-20 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. They'll look for one more here on the 2-point conversion as they go to Seidler again. Puts the nose down. He's in for the 2 points after. And it's 52-20 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Time wears thin, down to a minute 2 left of the ball game. All Velva the second half, galloping their way on in to the state quarterfinals.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Good.
32-point lead here for Velva as they get into the end zone again. That time it was number 40 for the Aggies, Brody Seidler, that made his way in. Bowman County will get the ball one more time here to close out the ball game here today on the PSP Network. Can't thank our friends in Velva enough that helped out with the sponsorship of today's game. Ziegler Oil, Finish Line Burgers and Brew, Prepped, Melissa Selzler and Aflac, Velva Drug, Peterson Crop Insurance, Craig Monuments, People's State Bank, Flyway Landscapes, and OxyFresh, along with Bronzed Bladed, bringing you playoff coverage here from the Star City. Bowman County working now here with 35 seconds to play. They get that play clock down to 1. Hand it off. Still on his feet and working here to the near side. Dancing forward was Daniel Hoff, and Hoff back up to the original line of scrimmage before he's hauled up on the play. 18 seconds now to tick down here as the Velva faithful start to sense the celebration coming here in round number 1 of the playoffs. The defending state champions looking pretty powerful on their home field here today. Credit Bowman County, they put 20 up against them. However, final horn will sound, and this one's going to go final here in the Star City. Velva 52, Bowman County 20. Post-game show comes up next. Bryce will be on the field in just a moment talking to our MVP of the game, Matt Weidler, the head coach of the Velva Aggies. We'll have the full stats recap and game rewind coming your way on the Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads post-game show. It all comes your way next here on the PSP Network. Hope you hang around for it. Coach's comments, fun conversation with our player of the game coming up as well in just a few moments.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Final score of the showdown here today, the Velva-D-A-G take down Bowman County 52-20. Let's go right down to the field. Bryce Gutknecht is on the field with Matt Weidler, the head coach of the Velva-D-A-G after a round one win here today. Bryce, if you've got him, go ahead and take it away, my friend.
Yeah, like you said, I'm standing here with Mr. Matt Weidler. First off, congratulations.
Thank you.
First playoff win.
Yeah, we'll take it. Okay, at this time of the year, you know, we'll take every week we can advance. Kids played well. Thought we were physical. There's some things we'll need to improve on. You know, but give them credit too. They were aggressive up front defensively, and they have some very good athletes out at the skill position where they made some plays on some pretty good balls.
Matt, can you talk to us how much the game plan might have changed? We saw Shep hobbling around. Did it change your perspective on how you called the game once you saw Shep with the ankle injury at all?
Yeah, probably a little bit. Just with some of the run game stuff that he can do. Even some of the play action stuff and the booting he wasn't able to do. But as far as, our game plan going in was to get the run going, and we did that. We probably did it, I wouldn't say more than we had planned, but that's kind of what it dictated for us to do to kind of get the ground game going and let him go a little bit.
Absolutely. So you're the first coach, not named Larry Sandy, to win a playoff game in Velva since 1988 in Randy Leaf. How will you celebrate tonight?
Film prep. We'll go back to work and get film loaded up for next week and get going on that. It's you want the kids to enjoy it, but they're hungry and they know they're playing for another week. And so we'll go home and eat some dinner and start prepping for next week.
What's the percentage? I see your truck at the school tomorrow morning prepping for the game.
We'll be there pretty early. We'll hang out with the family a little bit, and for a little bit, a couple of them are heading off to watch the Niners-Vikings game, but might have to do some film at home with the kids.
Awesome. Go celebrate. Great job, man.
Well, Bryce Gutknecht's going to catch up here with our player of the game in just one moment. Job well done down there, Bryce. I love that conversation that you just had with him. What are the chances that we'll see him there tomorrow? We still got you live here, Bryce, on the horn. What are the chances? What would you say it would be? About 100% that he?
The chances are 110%.
110. I think that's probably a good call. Bryce is going to have our MVP coming up here in just a moment on the field after Velva takes a 52-20 win over Bowman County here today on the PSP Network. Bryce Gutknecht is catching up with our MVP of the game. Not an easy choice today by any means. There's plenty of kids that could have got that job done here today. We'll have Bryce have our player of the game turn around and face this camera for us as well if we can as we go down onto the field. Bryce, it's all yours with our player of the game here today.
Standing here with player of the game, Hank Bodine. Hank, big playoff win for you. How does it feel to get that first one out of the way?
Feels good. I know sometimes the first one's the hardest one to get out of the way, getting with the playoff nerves. And first half we came off a little slow, but really executed in the second half.
When's the last time you kicked and punted in a football game?
Beginning of my sophomore year against Beulah was the last game I kicked.
You work on it at all?
Not at all.
Not much. No. Did a pretty good job. Rushed into emergency duty. Good job on that. We've learned that Shiloh Christian will be your next opponent. Will you celebrate? Will you enjoy tonight and get back to work right away starting tomorrow? I know you like to hunt. Will you go out hunting at all? How will you celebrate?
Probably celebrate by shooting a bunch of ducks, killing a few pheasants. But yeah, celebrate tonight. Once it starts tomorrow, start getting on the film and getting ready for next week.
Go spend some time with your dad, and if he asks, I will not be going hunting with you. Go have fun. Great game.
We'll see you there.
Job well done on the field there. Don't you love that? Celebrate by hunting some ducks here tonight. Fantastic job from our player of the game. Bryce will come back up to the booth here in just a moment. When we come back, we'll have the full game reset, scoring recap of this ball game, and we'll also take a look into round number 2 of the single A playoffs after Velva gets a commanding win today, 52-20 over Bowman County in round number 1. Planning Team Financial, Sean's Crossroads bring you the post-game show here today from the Star City. Plenty more to come as we break this one down on the PSP Network.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Nothing like playoff football. Round one is in the books here in Velva, and a 52-20 win for the Velva-D-A-G is what we saw today here on the PSP Network. Welcome back into our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show here tonight. Planning Team Financial Advisors, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team can help you every step of the way. Planning Team Financial Advisors, located in western North Dakota. Shots Crossroads, home to the delicious number 99. They bring you the post-game wrap-up every night on the PSP Network as well. Shots Crossroads, where team buses are always welcome. Nick Hulberg, Bryce Gutknecht on the call here today and in our post-game show. How do you like that? One guy celebrates with some pizza in the family, watching game film back and starting to prep. The other guy celebrates with, quote-unquote, killing some ducks. You got to love that, don't you?
Yeah, gotta love it.
What a ball game from Hank Bodine here today. That wasn't an easy choice, by the way, to pick our player of the game. There's plenty of guys that certainly on both sides of the ball here today and both teams that were up for that award.
There's a lot of talent just spread throughout that field. When you're making decisions like that, like you said, you can go a few different ways.
Job well done to everybody involved here today. Time for our game reset, brought to you by our friends at BNC.bank. Bryce will have those numbers for you in just a moment. We'll also have this game rewind for you. There's, oh my goodness, which way do you go on players of the games, the moves of the games, and all the good stuff that we had here today Bryce, you want to give us a scoring reset to this ball game to start things off here in the Star City?
Well, first quarter, Bodine got things started, 5 yards out to make it 6-0. Bowden Duffield responded after that 3:39 mark, make it an 8-6 ball game. Shep got it going in the air, 32 yards to Volson, made it 14-6.
Here in Velva.
And we had the
Deep
Duffield
pass,
connection.
taking a shot downfield.
40-yard pass, made it 14-12. Bodine from 15 yards out, that made it 20-12. The 2-point conversion made it 22-12 at the half. Shep to Eigelhart to start the second half from 6 yards out, 28-12. 2-point conversion was good. The Duffield connection strikes again, made it 30-18. 2-point conversion made it 30-12. Bruner got involved with a dime from Shep from 22 yards out, made it 36-20. 2-point added for 38-20. Bodine from 22 yards out, made it 44-20. The 2-pointer was no good. And we had quite a ruckus with that Seidler touchdown up here, that last one from 34 yards out.
Yes,
50-20, 2-point conversion gives you our final score, 52-20 here.
We watch these highlights back. Thanks, my friend. As we watch these highlights back, there were some big plays in this ball game today on both sides of the ball. You really got to credit Bowman County. Here's that Duffield to Duffield connection there, and that little stutter step move that allows him to get into the end zone for the score. That made it interesting because we all of a sudden had a 2-point ball game. Bishop Ryan losing today to Shiloh. That puts Shiloh at the top spot in that bracket. So that means that Shiloh's going to watch these highlights here today as well, and they're going to see that Hank Bodine is the real deal. They're going to have some prep to do against him without question. How do you prep for a guy like this that you see on the highlights here that just ran roughshod when he wanted to again here today for touchdowns number 23, 24, and 25 on the season?
I don't really have an answer for you, Nick. With Velva and the weapons and the gas pedal all the time by them, with Matt Wyther calling all those plays and all that talent, you kind of prep for Hank all you want. Then you got to deal with Eigelhart, you got to deal with Bruner, you got to deal with Volson, and Bozzart's back. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot to prep for.
You got to prep for that defense as well. There you see a big defensive play there. Bowman County had some scores here in this ball game. However, they put 20 on the board. You see the second one, the third touchdown of the ball game for them here. And then it's going to be Velva that makes some plays here in this ball game. That one right there is probably my vote for our move of the game, as that thing was an absolute dime, like you said, into the back of the end zone for the touchdown. That put Velva up 38-20 at that point. Defensive stops coming here. Ball went on the ground. Velva recovers, and Velva scores on the very next touch here in just a moment after you see that ball go down. And again, Velva had plenty of different players to get the job done here today, but it's Hank Bodine on this one that's in for his third score of the day here today. One more coming for the Aggies to put the nail in the coffin here tonight. Seidler into the house. Look at that camera shake. That's because everybody in the Velva stands here today was amped up and animated for good reason. When multiple guys are on the score sheet like that, it makes it tough to contend with, and it certainly creates quite a buzz up here in the seats. Overall, great ball game here today from all involved. Let's look at our move of the game here today. The move of the game brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Jobbers can help you with your moving and storage needs. Locations in Minot, Bismarck, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Jobbers has the brother company, Roger Ward, up here in the Magic City. Up here, I should say, in the Magic City. Jobbers brings you today's move of the game. Not an easy choice on any of these plays, but here's the move of the game. This is that absolute dime, like you called it, into the corner of the end zone. That's not an easy play to make right there, Bryce, by any means.
It's not easy all around. Bruner makes a heck of a play going up, high pointing that ball. Shep, that's a college-level throw right there, like I said, right on the money.
Right on the money. There's your move of the game, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Moving across town or across the country, Jobbers can help you with your moving and storage needs. Congratulations, Bruner and Shep, in on our move of the game, brought to you by Jobbers. MVP of the game today, well, you heard from him on the field. You'll find him at the local pond Not the one that you might be thinking about. Talking about the one where you find the ducks and the duck hunting gear for Hank Bodine here today. What an athlete. What a play again. And not only was he good on the offensive side of the ball, but Hank Bodine really defensively in that linebacking role is something special as well.
Yeah, you're accounting 2 guys for him on the defensive side, double teaming him whenever you get the opportunity to. For him to continue to make plays, shed those blocks, and like you said, on the offensive side, adding 3 touchdowns today. We see him down there. He's taking some photos with Cordell Volson down there. They're taking some photos. That's a pretty cool little moment for him down there.
Absolutely love it. Cordell Volson from Cincinnati Bengals in attendance here today on the coin flip. Pretty special having him here. Pretty special day altogether. MVP, by the way, brought to you by Sport Clips. Sign in with a hairstylist today at Sport Clips. They make it quick. They make it convenient. It's fast. It's friendly. Sport Clips brings you the MVP of the ball game, 52-20. It's Velva on top. They will match up with Shiloh Christian next week. That will be round number 2, the quarterfinal round. Dickinson Trinity was over Stanley. Killdeer beat DLB here today. Central Cass, Langdon, Kindred, and I'm not sure if it was Carrington or Oaks that
it was a close game.
Advanced on it.
We'll try and get you a final on that.
You'll find this on the PSP Network social media platforms as well, where you can find the full recap of these games and this playoff bracket. Also, keep in mind, we're going to cover the Aggies as far as they go here in 2023 on the PSP Network, whether that's video or digital audio. Bryce and I will be here every step of the way. Looking forward to that. And as always, I believe K-Heart Radio will be here with their crew as well. They do a fantastic job as well if you want to follow along with K-Heart Radio. Bryce, final thoughts here tonight do we have any of those? We'll have you scoot over just a hair here. You have any of those left? Or
we got a whole thing.
Between that and Finish Line Burgers and Brew, I don't know what's going to be better. Thank you, my friend.
You betcha.
I'll close out before I have my bite, but you go ahead. It was a lot of fun working with you again today, my friend.
It was a great time. Like I said, having PSP up here in Velva, and like I said, the crowd was great. The energy was great. The show that Velva puts on, I will give Bowman County some credit. They did some nice things. They hit a few home runs. Complete effort by them. But like we've said, you're a little overmatched when you come here with Velva. You got to play a perfect game, and Velva showed that today. That even with Shep, little banged up and such, you still got to deal with Hank Bodine and the other guys.
My goodness. Thanks. Cheers one more time. You're not having one. You're saving it for tomorrow morning. I'll just cheers you on the knuckles.
Cheers.
There you go. Thanks, my friend. Job well done again here today. Big thanks again to OxyFresh, Flyway Landscapes, People's State Bank, Craig Monuments, Bronzed and Bladed, Ziegler Oil, Finish Line Burgers and Brew, Prepped. Try these protein balls at Prepped, I'm telling you. Melissa Selsler from Aflac, Velva Drug, Peterson Crop Insurance, and the Aggie Foundation. They brought you round 1 coverage today. It was a fun one here in Velva, North Dakota. Round number 2 next week. Follow us on our social media platforms, and we will have where we will be next week right here in Velva, whether that means with digital audio or a video presentation. That is yet to be decided by the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Job well done today, partner. A lot of fun working with you.
Great time.
For Mr. Bryce Gutknecht, my color commentator here today, and Trevor Haas on the camera. It was a fun one in Velva. The Star City had some stars of its own today. The defending state champions win 52-20 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Let's go to the quarterfinal round. It should be a lot of fun as we continue to make our way all the way to the Dakota Bowl, wherever those teams may land. We know we're going to be in store for some good ones. Join us next week. Until then, please have a great weekend. Have a good night, and God bless.
We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster and know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.